Jojo, be ready. We need headsets. Y'all get headsets? Get the good battery. We haven't started streaming yet, have we?
I've started, but I'm just testing the speed right now.
Okay, don't change. Okay, just keep the battery on there. It's fine.
Oh, we're just going to keep the battery?
So we are streaming?
I am. I'm just doing a quality test.
Oh, yeah, you don't have cameras up, do you? No, just leave that battery on there.
Can I take a PTZ cam for a beauty shot?
Absolutely. Get us that one right there. That's beautiful.
That's on.
Okay. Here's this mic. Here's y'all. Just don't want to communicate if we need to talk. Okay? Just in case. What's our shot? Yeah, stay on that unit. Okay. All right, Jojo, be ready. There's the flags. Okay. We're not gonna start talking until after the anthem. Everything good?
At this time, please stand as colors are presented by Central High's Air Force JROTC. We will have the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence, and then the national anthem as we show respect for the flag and to all of those who have served this great country in order to protect all of our freedoms here in the United States of America.
We just lost the camera.
The national anthem will be presented by the Little Rock Central High Stereophonic Storm Marching Band.
So might it be put into HDMI?
Turn the camera on. Stay on that beauty shot. Stay on. No, it's not. The camera's not.
Yeah, it's on now. We got it. Connection might be bad.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence. And now, the playing of the national anthem. Please remain standing as the colors exit the playing field.
Hello and welcome to Cabot Panther Football on YouTube at Cabot High School Television. We are live from historic Quigley Stadium in downtown Little Rock, the home of the Little Rock Central Tigers, where tonight the Tigers welcome our Cabot Panthers in Week 6 of 7A Central Conference play. We are set for a good one here tonight. I'm the broadcasting teacher at Cabot High School. My name is Mitch Lilly, and I'm going to be your play-by-play announcer for tonight. And I'm going to be joined by broadcasting student and student commentator tonight, Caden Shells. Caden, how are you?
I'm excited to see some football, Mr. Lilly. I'm ready to see what this team can do against Central. All
right, and also joined tonight by our color commentator. He's the Junior High South girls basketball coach, and more importantly, on Friday nights, he's Mr. Statistician. That's Jeremy Carson. Jeremy, welcome in.
Well, thank you very much, and a pleasant good evening to all of our viewers back in Cabot this Halloween evening. We are here at, like you said, here at historic Quigley Stadium as your Cabot Panthers are looking to secure some playoff seeding tonight against the Little Rock Central Tigers. The Central Tigers come into this game having won only one conference game this year, and that's against Little Rock Southwest. And the Panthers are needing to get a win tonight to stay ahead of the Tigers in the standings and secure what could be a home playoff berth here in a couple of weeks. It's been a long time since Central's been on the winning side against Cabot. The last 4 years, the Central Tigers have gone a combined 2-38, and a once proud program is just looking to get their footing back, and hopefully tonight the Cabot Panthers just won't allow that to happen. That's what we need as far as getting in that playoff positionings and putting ourselves in position to kind of finish out the conference season with a winning record. Win this week against Central, win next week against North Little Rock, and the Panthers would be 4-3 and in a very tough Central Conference.
Okay, so if we could, Mr. Abe Deesmus, are you ready? We're going to check our captains. If you would, play that graphic, and I will introduce our captains for tonight as our Panthers get set to take on the Little Rock Central Tigers. Here we go. Our first captain tonight is defensive standout, defensive lineman Joey Bartlett. Joey's been playing great the last few weeks. Also, Jaylen Hart is our second captain, number 4. He's one of our defensive backs and also very big on the return game for us. Jaylen Hart, number 4. Then we have our punter and sometimes kicker, number 21, Lucas Blaylock is our third captain. And finally tonight, our fourth and final captain is senior lineman Nathan Reedy. And those are our captains for tonight. They are getting set to head out to midfield. And if we could, we're going to follow those guys out and check our coin toss for tonight. Again, our Panthers come in 2-3 in 7A Central Conference play. Of course, a win tonight, they get back to 500. And as Jeremy talked about, if they win tonight, they will most certainly punch their ticket to the playoffs, to the postseason. We'll just have to see how seeding goes these next couple of weeks as we finish up against Central and then North Little Rock next week. Our captains are in midfield right now, and they're shaking hands as we get set for our coin toss. Again, our captains tonight, Joey Bartlett, Jaylen Hart, Lucas Blaylock, and Nathan Reedy. And we're set here. Jeremy, anxiously awaiting the coin toss, as well as Caden Shells. Set for a great game here tonight. Beautiful weather. Can't complain about the temperature. It was a little cool last night for junior high football at Panther Stadium, but here tonight at Quigley Stadium, checking our temp now, 59 degrees as we get set for kickoff. Our Panthers are at the banner bust as our captains, as we see how the coin toss.
Looks like Central did win the toss, and they have elected to receive. And so the Panthers will get their second half kick, or get the ball first in the second half. And the Panthers the Panthers defense will be on the field first. They'll be facing a quarterback in number 19, Bryson Kennedy. He is just a freshman, but he is a big boy. I mean, he reminds me of like a Cam Newton type. He's every bit 230, 240 pounds back there. I was talking to the coaches earlier. They do have quite a few athletes, especially on that offensive side, and they have put up some points this year. They put up 49 against Pulaski Academy, but unfortunately their defense was not able to stop the Bruins that night. They fell 63-49, but that just kind of gives you an idea of what they can do. And so this is going to be another high-octane offense that our defense will have to face tonight. It's going to be really important that Joey Bartlett and that defensive line crew get pressure and kind of force the freshmen into quick decisions, maybe decisions he would not have to make under duress otherwise, and hopefully get some turnovers there. The Panthers defense will be without Bronson Elizondo tonight, suffered a season-ending injury, so that the secondary takes a little bit of a hit. That injury occurred against Bryant last week in that 49-3 loss. But otherwise, we'll see what this Panther defense can do as these lights are, we get another light show.
That's right. Flashing lights here tonight. That's not our cameras. They're flashing lights here at Quigley Stadium as we get set for some football here tonight.
Well, the Central or the Little Rock School District has poured some money here into the facility here at Quigley Stadium. You have a brand new facility down to the south of us. That's their football facility. It's an indoor practice facility as well. And then this history, man, it's just got so much, or this stadium has so much history. You just walk in and you just kind of feel those Bernie Cox teams from back in the 1950s and 60s, the 30-something or the 32 state titles. A lot of tradition here, but there's a lot of tradition there for Cabot as well, and bringing that tradition down here and playing this rich program.
One of our captains tonight, Lucas Blaylock, number 21, is going to be on to kickoff tonight. It's either usually him or Dean Heyer, and looks like we're going to go with Lucas Blaylock tonight. Good news, as Jeremy alluded to a little while ago, our Panthers are pretty much healthy tonight. We, of course, battled injuries early in the season, and I did hear news today about Bronson Elizondo. Hate to hear that. He had a fantastic interception last week, but he definitely was injured in the Bryant game, and we will be without him. But our defense is starting to steady up a little bit tonight, and we'll certainly need a great effort from defensive coordinator John Painter, his staff, and most importantly, his young men tonight on the defensive side. Here's Lucas Blaylock to boot it away. He kicks it over to the left side near the 10-yard line, and the Tigers are returning here. Brief return, short return. Ball going to be spotted somewhere near the 25 as the Little Rock Central Tigers will begin their first possession of the night. It's going to take me a little bit to read this scoreboard here. It's kind of at a different angle, kind of at a reaching angle for us from the visitor press box where we're located tonight. Our defense set on the field, Panthers. White tops, red pants tonight. Little Rock Central in their black jerseys and their gold bottoms. They're going to come out, as Jeremy mentioned in our little pregame introduction there, with freshman quarterback Bryson Kennedy, the big boy, number 19, out of the gun here to start things off. He's going to have a couple of receivers to his left, a receiver to his right, a player in the slot, and a back standing beside him to his right as well. Head official, going to blow the whistle, and the Little Rock Central Tigers begin their first possession of the night. Here's Kennedy, out of the gun, a handoff on the first play. Flag thrown immediately as well there. Not sure what.
Yeah, that flag is in the vicinity of what would be a hold there. They gave the ball to Ray Stewart, the junior running back, and it looks like this penalty is going to go against Central.
All right, so the Tigers moving back here early. They're going to play first down again, but ball's going to be spotted on the
14-yard line.
14-yard line.
Or the 15. It looks like it's the 15, but close enough for government work anyway.
That's right. Here we go. Tigers playing first down again here after the holding penalty. It's going to be Kennedy out of the gun again, and Ray Stewart moves to his left. Motion across the formation, and here's Kennedy with the drop. Scrambling out of the pocket now, rolling right. Pass is completed.
It was incomplete.
Incomplete, sorry.
Yep. That pass was intended for number 5, Ray Stewart. And just throwing a little bit low. We got Kennedy on a scramble drill off to his right, just one receiver in the area. He threw it just a little bit low, and that pass was incomplete. Good pressure there by the defensive end, number 93, Joey Bartlett.
All right, going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball marked at the 15-yard line. Here's the Tigers. Run their actual 3rd play of the night. Of course, the holding penalty made us replay 1st down. Here's Kennedy dropping back straight, getting close to his goal line there, dancing around. Has a receiver out to the left.
Oh, that was well read by this defense. Keemon Porter made this catch. But the defense read there's a fake bubble screen on one side, and you had that tunnel screen on the other, and the defense read that completely, exactly how you would want the defense to read it. Got the tackle for the loss, and brings up a long 3rd down.
Here's Kennedy. He's got trips to his right, and the lone receiver to the top of the screen, and Ray Stewart, the junior running back, to his left. Looking to the sideline, maybe changing the play here. A little motion by Stewart as he goes out to the left. Empty set as Kennedy drops back to pass. Kennedy over the middle. Pass is complete. That is to, I believe, number 1, Philip Brewster. Senior receiver. Is that number 1? Everybody agree?
Yep, that is. Number 1, Braden McCraw came up, made the stop from a safety spot, and that's going to pull up a 4th down as the Tigers are only just beyond the original line of scrimmage for them. It was a gain of 13, but it's still a 4th and 8. And it looks as if the Tigers are going to punt here.
Tigers indeed punting. Caden, what did you see on that first drive there by our defense?
I just saw that defense was stopping them. They weren't letting get them any runs. I also see this Spirit of Cabot pet band is going crazy over here.
Yes, indeed. The band here with us tonight. Plenty of room for them here at Quigley Stadium. The punt is away, and it's an end-over-end kick that is caught by Aiden Tatum. Aiden Tatum there around the 50-yard line, around midfield. So the Panthers will start out with pretty good field position here for their first offensive drive of the night. Going to spot it at the 49, actually. Panthers need a yard to get into Tiger territory early on here. We are scoreless from Quigley Stadium. Little Rock Central got the opening toss and had to punt it away. And here's Maddox McCrory, senior quarterback, and our offense. Christopher Fowler in motion, but the handoff goes to none other than Cooper Powell, and he has running room. A nice stiff arm as he picks up a good chunk of yardage and gets out of bounds right exactly about the 30-yard line is what the line judge says. And that's 1st down for our Cabot Panthers. 1 play, 1 first down. Off to a pretty good start.
Oh, absolutely. Big hole there by the left side of that offensive line.
And here we go again, fast-paced. It's Cooper Powell once again moving up the hashes. Maybe picking up about 4 or 5 yards right there. I know you guys can see our clock, but I'll keep you posted on time, down, and distance as well tonight. About 9.5 minutes, just under 9.5 minutes left here in our first quarter. And our offense is on the move here. Maddox McCrory having a word out there with Aiden Tatum. Tatum splits back out to the hashes to the right of Maddox and extends even out further. Maddox out of the gun. There's motion by Bentley Harrell. And here's Maddox with the straight drop. And once again, it goes to Cooper Powell. He's got green grass in front of him, but as they say, the turf monster jumped up and grabbed him, right?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. With Cooper Powell, you got to be careful. If he gets running room, he's going to run. And if he comes in contact with somebody, it's going to be a bad day.
That's right. Nonetheless, a little bit of gain there.
So for the Panthers, they had just a lot of running room with their offensive execution. Powell with nothing but green grass or green turf. Here's a pass to the end zone. Back shoulder throw, and it is complete.
Nice throw and catch there from Maddox McCrory. He goes to number 12. That's Bentley Harrell. Bentley Harrell, the senior receiver, with a nice grab in the right corner of the end zone. And just like that, with 8 minutes and 28 seconds here in our first quarter of play from historic Quigley Stadium, the Panthers taking the 6-0 lead. And Dean Heyer will be on to add the extra point here.
It's Mr. Automatic.
Mr. Automatic. Dean Heyer, kick is up. And good through the uprights, and with that sets the score at 7-0. Cabot Panthers with the early lead here from Quigley Stadium.
Yeah, 4 plays, 51 yards, 1 minute, 39 seconds off the clock, and just a heavy dose of Cooper Powell there. But man, we had a great angle on that pass. I mean, Maddox McCory, he put it on that back shoulder. It was a one-on-one in the end zone, and Bentley Harrell was able to is basically just post up his defensive back, go up, make the grab, and just like that, the Panthers are doing exactly what they need to do. They are up 7-0, and let's see if we can get the Tigers again behind the chains.
Yes, indeed. Good start by our defense. Of course, they had to come out and challenge the Central Tiger offense to start the game out, but they did hold the Tigers. They had to punt it away. Turnover on downs theirs. They had to punt it away, and we capitalized on our first drive. So pretty good first drive for our Panthers, and we'll see if our defense can continue to hold serve tonight. Love to see another shutout, but you got to think these Tigers probably have some speed and some explosiveness. Defense got to stay on their toes tonight. Here's Dean Heyer. Going to kick off from near the left hash. Heyer going to boot it away. Inside the 10, a good kick by Dean Heyer. That's going to be, I believe, Ray Stewart with the return. Stewart cutting across the grain, going across field. But great coverage by our kickoff team, but there is a flag on the field.
Yeah, there's some extracurricular activity there at the end. I'm not sure what that was. It was great pursuit by the Panthers. Just 2 yards on the return, up to the 8-yard line.
All right, so our defense out on the field, middle of the field, ready for action, awaiting the Tiger offense, which is huddled up. Don't know if you can see that from our camera angle, but they're huddled. Yeah, you can. Huddled over at the top of your screen. Gingerly taking their time here to come back out for their second offensive series of the night.
And it looks like the penalty is going to be against Central as Coach Painter's pointing them, telling them to go backwards.
There we go. So that'll pin the Tigers back even deeper in their own territory here, nearing the. See where they spot it at?
It's just going to be half the distance.
Yeah. Going to spot it on the 4-yard line, but nonetheless, that does pin the Tigers deep here as they begin their second possession of the night. Again, the freshman quarterback, Bryson Kennedy, number 19, leading the charge tonight. And he's joined again in the backfield by number 5, Ray Stewart. I have a feeling we're going to talk a bunch about those two guys tonight. I figure they carry the load offensively for the Tigers. It is Kennedy standing in his own end zone in the paint. Near the S by the on the word Tigers. And we have another flag, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, we got false start there, so that's going to back up the offense just a little bit more. And the Tigers, they have just been shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, early penalties by the Tigers. Quite a few of them, they're starting to mount up. Of course, that bodes well for our Panthers as the Tigers continue to march backwards, closer to that painted end zone with the word Tigers located in it. Tigers operating from the left hash here as they begin their second series. Still awaiting first down of this drive.
And I'm not sure what's going on. The Tigers are having to make a substitution, maybe with a knee pad or something that looks like maybe an equipment malfunction as one of their offensive linemen came out of the game there.
All right, so our defense looking to the sideline. The defensive coach, defensive coordinator, Coach John Painter, he's giving the signal, and here we go as the Tigers do finally get first down off here. A run up the middle, picking up a few yards. I would bet that was Ray Stewart. Didn't catch his number, but if I was a betting man, I'd say that's Ray Stewart. Thank you again for joining us tonight on YouTube at Cabot High School Television. Thank you for your viewership and tuning in tonight. If our stream looks great, sounds great, if you have my number, shoot me a text. We'd love to know, just quality control, making sure everything's good for you here tonight from Quigley Stadium. Pretty decent crowd by the Panthers, but I know a lot of you guys, it's Halloween night, and you're certainly maybe sitting at home enjoying it on the tube. Thanks for joining us. Drop me a text if you can. All right, straight drop by Kennedy. He's looking over the middle and overthrows his receiver. A couple of Panthers in the area right there. Jaylen Hart, namely, in the area. Jaylen Hart, one of our senior captains tonight, doing a great job on coverage right there. But the pass, of course, a little long, a little too deep.
And getting a look at the freshman's arm, he has a nice arm. I mean, that ball was thrown on a rope, just a little bit too much air under it, just a little bit too far out in front of his receiver, but he did throw into double coverage. And you have to think about the decision making if he's just a single read quarterback, which means he's just throwing to his first read.
Kennedy going deep here. He has a man who has a step, but pass is incomplete, bounds off the turf. Just out of the outstretched arms of number 18, Micah Frazier, the junior receiver. I believe that's 18. Is that 18, guys?
It was actually number 4, C.J. White. He was the intended receiver there. C.J. White just didn't get turned around. Did not adjust in the air to the ball. That was a catchable ball, but White did not adjust. And so now you got another punting opportunity for the Tigers and a chance to get the ball in really good field position. Just 26 yards on the first punt. We do have a flag on the play.
Another flag. I'm glad Jeremy's here, folks. He sometimes I have trouble reading these numbers, but he keeps me in check tonight. Caden Shells, help me out with those numbers too, okay?
I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's going to be an offsides, and that's going to move it up to 4th and 5. Just gives Central just a little bit of room. They're still going to punt here, though. Number 96, Miguel Alvarez is your punter.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Alvarez stands in his own end zone here to boot it away. Panthers going to begin their second possession of the night.
And that's a bad snap out of bounds, and that's going to be a safety, I believe.
Out of the back of the end zone, sailed over the punter's head. Alvarez couldn't grab it, and it rolls out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to put 2 more points on the board for the Panthers as they get the safety there. Makes it 9-0. Fortuitous break for the Panthers right there, but great job really. Well, really, I guess you could say the Tigers kind of shot themselves in the foot there with penalties, but they got pinned deep. But a good job by our defense to hold their ground, force the punt. And now our Panthers going to get the football back here.
And now I've got to try to figure out how we're going to do this on stats.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, our kickoff team comes out. As we set up here. And back deep for our Panthers, Jaylen Hart and Andrew Godwin. All right, Tigers to boot it away here. High kick. Down the middle. Returnable. I believe that's Jaylen Hart. He's going to be wrestled down. And I'm receiving word that maybe our video is a little delayed. Maybe some other folks shoot me a text. We're going to check on that. We're checking on that right now. Maybe that our audio and our video is not quite syncing up. Maybe we check that on. See if we can check that and make sure everything's good on a cell phone or something. We're going to check it out, guys. Let me know again if the stream is great. Please let me know. Just got word that maybe we're having a little syncing issue, but we'll work on it. All right, so here's the Panthers. Their second possession of the night. It's Maddox McCrory passing over the middle. Pass is complete. Caught by Aiden Tatum, and he's across midfield.
Pass complete to number 14, Aiden Tatum.
We're checking our stream out for you. Make sure that's good.
That pass was complete, gain of 5 to Tatum on a little crossing route. Maddox McCrory right on the money, and so far McCrory just hasn't had a whole lot of pressure by this Tiger offense. He's sitting back there and able to just pick off these defensive backs. As Cooper Powell goes up the middle, there is going to be a flag on the play.
Handoff goes up the middle to number
Flag is down there around the 44-yard line.
Mr. Roger Tonneson, voice of the Cabot Panthers when we're at Panther Stadium, just sent me a text and said both are fine, audio and video. So thank you, Roger, for helping us out. We just want to make sure we've got the best quality product for you. And Mr. Bird also, Mr. Michael Bird, our proud superintendent, also sending a message saying everything looks good. So, okay, so let's get back to our game. I always worry about when I start getting texts about technical issues. Want to make sure we're giving you the best possible stream and broadcast we can. Meanwhile, our offense with 6:08, still in its second possession of the night. Panthers up 9-0 after a touchdown pass from Maddox McCrory to, was that Aiden Tatum in the end zone? And then
No, that was Bentley Harrell in the end zone.
Bentley Harrell on the grab. That made it 7-0, and then the Panthers capitalized when the Tigers tried to punt from their own end zone. The snap was high, sailed out of the back of the end zone, and the Panthers got a safety, and that brings us to where we're at right now. And we've got some discussion on the field. Coach Reed talking to the officials.
So originally they called a hold on Central, which is defensive hold. Then the back judge came in. It was in a defensive backfield. The back judge came in and corrected the white hat. It looks like this is going to be a hold against the Panthers. So we will replay that down.
Going to push us back a little bit, though.
It will.
PA announcer says 2nd and 11. Scoreboard says 2nd and 10. Ball on the 45. So gives you kind of a ballpark where we're at as we begin second down here after the penalty. Here's the handoff to Cooper Powell. He goes left, fighting for some tough yards. Able to maybe pick up a yard or two there. See where they spot it at. His third down comes around for the Panthers. Going to call the ball on the 46 here. And they call it, still say it's 3rd and 10. And that was against the Tigers. As they jumped off sides, we'll see. But, yeah, easy decision for the officials there as they move the ball 5 yards forward. And that'll certainly help the Panthers out here on 3rd down as that brings up 3rd and 5. And the ball is going to be on the 49. Panthers back into Tiger territory here as we have Bentley Harrell and Aiden Tatum out to the right of Maddox McCrory. Maddox with the straight drop. He drops it to Cooper Powell. Cooper across the 50, across the 40, still on his feet. Wrestled down before he reaches the 30-yard line. Nice throw and catch right there. A little quick hitter. Quick hitting passing play.
Well, I tell you what, Christopher Fowler threw a great block against the outside leverage right there, and that sprung Powell.
Here's Maddox to Powell. Tried to one-hand grab it. Bounces off his fingertips and incomplete. As that's going to bring up 2nd down. We're still in the first quarter. This seems like a long first quarter to me. How about you guys?
Yes, it does. I can agree with that.
Being Panther fans and obviously Panther broadcasting, we'd love to get a quick win tonight and roll on back to Lonoke County, would we not?
Yes, we would. We got to pack up here, then we got to roll back, and it's Halloween night, so there could be traffic.
We do have a flag on the play. I didn't see it. It's thrown over here at the near side. Looks like it's a 15-yard penalty that's going to go against the Tigers. That's going to be a first down for the Panthers down to around the 18-yard line.
Good catch there by Jeremy. Yeah, it was. It's close to our side, and some of the players on the sideline kind of blocking our vantage point right there, but flag on the play.
Yeah, again, I didn't see the penalty. I don't know what that was. It looks like it's kind of in that area where there might have been a roughing the passer type or some sort of hands to the face or something like that.
15-yard penalty nonetheless. Here's Bentley Harrell in motion across the formation. Maddox with a straight drop, and you guessed it, more laundry on the field, another flag.
This one looks like it might be a snap infraction or a false start there.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Okay, so the Panthers moving back after they take advantage of they were trying to take advantage of the penalty there, but actually moving the wrong way here.
Yeah, it was still first down, 1st and 15. The Panthers have been picking up yards and chunks, so as long as you don't have one of those devastating hold penalties that are 10, these 5-yarders are pretty easy to get over.
All right, here's Maddox swinging it out right.
No answer for Cooper Powell again in the flat.
Man, once he caught that football, he turned the corner, put his head down, picked up some nice yards. He's inside the 10-yard line, right about the 8 or so. We'll see where they spot it at. Looks like from our perch up here in the visitor press box.
Yeah, that was a pickup of 15 on that play from the 23-yard line, and a pickup of 23 on that play, and Powell just had all the time in the world, all the space in the world. They are not picking him up out of the backfield, and the Cabot Panther coaches, Scott Reed and his offensive staff, they saw that on film, and they are feeding the beast tonight.
Maybe the Tigers haven't heard of Cooper Powell, but if they haven't, the time is now. He's here. He's making plays tonight. Here we go. Speaking of Powell, that's him.
Into the end zone.
Into the end zone. Nice run to the right side. He powers into the paint. And the Panthers extending their lead here in our first quarter play. Again, getting a lot of text messages saying the stream looks good, sounds good, so thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you just joined us, Panthers with 2 early scores and a safety after a punt sailed over the punter's head and through the end zone. And we're an extra point away from this being a 16-0 game. Dean Heyer indeed makes the score 16-0 following the extra point. And our Panthers looking pretty impressive on offense tonight and defense, and scoring points on special teams. So all around, all 3 phases looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, so far, and the Panthers are right there at the century mark or maybe just a little bit over the century mark, 109 yards so far in this first half on their 2 scoring drives. It's only taken 10 plays to get that, too. This last one was a 6-play, 58-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock. Again, the big play was Maddox McCrory to Cooper Powell twice. One time was a 16-yard gain. That one was sprung by a tight end or an H-back. Christopher Fowler made a great block over here on the near side. And then the second one, Powell was just out in the flat by himself. And McCrory finds him, and Powell just rumbles 23 yards, sets up his 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are in business.
16-0 our score with 1 second. Under 5 minutes, 4:59 showing on the clock here at historic Quigley Stadium. Kind of like a mini War Memorial Stadium is kind of what it reminds me of when you get on the concourse and all that. Of course, it's aged quite a bit, but still a fun place to come. I know my students enjoyed walking around it and looking at it today.
Well, we're up here in the flight path of the Little Rock National Airport. We're way high above Quigley Stadium, but we have an amazing view up here, and probably one of the best views in all of high school football in Arkansas.
Lucas Blaylock on the kick, and he kicks it inside the 5-yard line. Tigers on the return here, out across the 15, shy of the 20. And that's where the Tigers will begin their next possession, their 3rd possession of the night. Not a lot going on for them offensively, and we've got maybe a little extracurricular going on the field there.
That's been a little bit of that has been going on tonight already. It's already looks to be just a little chippy, as they like to say.
Caden Shells, senior broadcasting student, joining us tonight on commentary in the booth. Caden, what do you think so far about our Tigers offensively, defensively?
I think Panthers are doing pretty good. I mean, Tigers can't really answer for a few of our players, Cooper and Powell included, and our defense is just stopping them. I don't think have they got a first down?
Nope, they have not. They've gone 3 and out and then had a safety.
Yes, indeed. Defense looking good, offense looking good. And here is the freshman once again, Bryson Kennedy, the quarterback of the Tigers. This time out of a pistol formation. That's Ray Stewart standing behind him. A little miscommunication, and it's Kennedy. I think he wanted to hand it to Stewart, but they had a little miscommunication. Kennedy keeps it, goes left, maybe a yard or 2 there. Gonna bring up 2nd down.
Did a great job. Ethan Carter comes in, makes the stop. But the Panthers did a really good job of securing the edge. I believe that's number 13, David Liddell, over there on that right side. Really set the edge and pushed and forced. I'm sorry, that's number 12. I can't hardly see that over there. That is not number 12. Bentley Harrell is a wide receiver.
It's got to be David Liddell.
It's got to be David Liddell, yeah. Anyway, sent that play back to the inside.
All right, here's Kennedy, swings it out to the right. That is number 4, C.J. White. C.J. White makes the grab, but I think he's going to lose yards on that play. Good pursuit by the Panther defense as they threw it out into the flats there, but great pressure, good alert play by our Panther defense there.
Yeah, that was Jaylen Hart again, just reading the screen action. Came up, got the tackle for loss. It's going to force a 3rd and 9, just another 3rd and long situation with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Again, this Panther defense, Central's trying to get them going side to side, and they've done a great job of contain. And now that I can see, it was Carlos Lozano over there. He has his front number kind of scrunched up. That was Carlos Lozano on that backside who was setting the edge, not David Liddell.
All right, here's Kennedy. Dropping back, looking to pass. Pressure from
it's fumble.
Ball on the ground. That was Joey Bartlett, number 93, with the pressure there. And we'll see what the officials say here.
Appreciate the feedback. I know Cabot baseball player Madden Smith sent me a message saying the score was a little messed up, so we got that fixed.
Okay, good. Got everything rolling here tonight, including our play on the field. There is a flag on this play, way back behind the defense there. Going to talk it over here. Coach Painter going to talk to his defense here.
Personal foul against the Tigers.
It's going to be a personal foul penalty against Little Rock Central. And our defense, after a quick word with Coach Painter, back out onto the turf here at Quigley Stadium.
Will be half the distance to the goal.
Going to move it back half the distance to the goal here. And Little Rock Central going to take a timeout. They want to talk things over after that penalty with 3:13. The Tigers of Little Rock Central going to take their first time out of the night. The score 16-0. Our Panthers off to a pretty good start tonight here on the road. Week 9 of the high school football season. Of course, we'll be back at home next Friday night as the Panthers host conference rival, the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Always a heated rivalry game, and certainly will be a lot on the line in that one. North Little Rock at Bryant tonight. Of course, we saw Bryant last week, and I reckon I dare to say that North Little Rock is in for a tough test, tall test tonight against those Hornets from Bryant.
They are the Charging Wildcats. Has been one of those teams that have just been kind of teetering on the brink. They did not start the year off very well, but they played Little Rock Christian within 1 point just a couple of weeks ago. This is a team starting to get their act together. They're understanding what they can do. I was talking to the coaching staff already. They have a really strong running game, and so that's going to be a big contest next week. I need everybody right now to go ahead and make plans to be in Panther Stadium next Friday night, because it's going to be a big game to determine whether or not Cabot gets to stay home or has to go on the road first round of the playoffs.
All right, Tigers to punt here. Again, out of their end zone with the punt. This time the snap is better, but
blocked.
The punt is blocked, and it sails out of the end zone. How about that? I tell you what, we're big on special teams tonight.
I'll say another thing. Extracurricular activity is heavy tonight. There was a few bigger guys going at it on the side of that play. It was getting pretty rough.
That's going to be the second safety tonight.
Yep.
As that ball, wow.
So the Tigers having some trouble on special teams tonight. Already one punt snap, sailing high and out of the end zone for a safety, and then there a blocked punt. So our special teams, our punt block team, having a pretty good night so far. Our score 18-0 with 3:08 remaining here in our first quarter play. Still with first quarter play. We're well past 7:30, about 7, my phone says 7:34. Long running first quarter here, but we certainly like the result thus far, the scores thus far. And the Tigers are going to kick off from the 20-yard line here. Andrew Godwin, Jaylen Hart, both back deep to receive for our Panthers. And their kicker
once again, Miguel Alvarez. So for the second straight possession, the Panthers score on defense as well. 4 points now for the defense. I don't think I've seen 2 safeties in a game in quite a long time. Maybe a couple years ago, I think I saw 2 safeties in the game between Fayetteville and Cabot, but not in the first quarter.
Here's the kick. It's going to go to Jaylen Hart. He's going to receive it on the right hash, and he's got running room.
There he goes.
Jaylen Hart down the right side, down the sideline, and into the end zone. And the Panthers strike again. Great night again. Special teams coming up big as Jaylen Hart taking the kickoff return from the right hash, weaving his way through some traffic, bouncing it to the outside, and racing down the right sideline and into the zone to make our score 24-0 with the extra point pending here.
We do have a penalty in the end zone, so not sure what that penalty is. We'll find out from the white hat. But special teams, right? You know, all 3 phases of the game right now are clicking on for the Panthers, as they've scored in all 3 phases now: offense, defense, and now special teams. Great job by Jaylen Hart there. He almost busted one a couple weeks ago. Now he got this one. Special guy, man. He's having a heck of a senior year.
Indeed. Jaylen Hart, also one of our captains tonight. Made some big plays this year, especially on special teams, also on the defense. Stayed healthy all year. Great player on our team. Here's Dean Heyer. Snap was good, hold was down, and the kick is up, good as well. And with that, our score is 25 Cabot, Little Rock Central Tigers 0, with just under 3 minutes, 2:59 to be exact, left in our first quarter of play here from Quigley Stadium on the campus of Little Rock Central.
Well, I tell you what, the Panthers, they are doing exactly what they needed to come out and do. This is, again, a team, the Central Tigers are a team that if you don't come out ready to play, they are good enough, they're talented enough, athletic enough to move the ball on you, to score some points. And this defense has come to play. Offense has been crisp, and now the special teams has just been special. And it looks like I'm not exactly sure yet how the kickoff's going to go. We had a penalty right there at the end of the play. I don't know. It looks like it may be affecting, or it may have gone against Cabot, as they look like they're going to be kicking off from the 25-yard line. So I think that was a unsportsmanlike conduct there. It's going to send us back 15 yards, but it should give Central their best field position of the day.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be Dean Heyer to kick away. We've seen Lucas Blaylock and Dean Heyer both kick off tonight. Dean Heyer has handled all the extra points, but we did see senior captain tonight, Lucas Blaylock, I believe, kick off the opening kickoff. So it's back to Dean Heyer. Both of those guys have tremendous legs and do a great job kicking and punting. So we're in safe hands with either one of those guys, really. Again, just under 3 minutes, 2:59 here at Quigley Stadium. 25-0. Cabot up, off to a comfortable first quarter lead here as we wind down the first quarter of play. Here's Heyer. Kind of a line drive. Caught about the 20-yard line. That's number 1, Phillip Brewster, returning it for the Tigers. Brewster bringing it out to about the 45-yard line. And the Tigers will take over. Just about 5 yards shy of crossing the midfield stripe here and getting into Panther territory, something they have yet to do tonight. We'll see if they're able to achieve that on this offensive series. Of course, our Panther defense wants to continue its stronghold on the line of scrimmage tonight. I think that's a good way to put it.
Well, so far the Central Tigers have run 9 plays and have picked up only 11 total yards. And they've had 6 penalties so far for 56 yards. So they're in the negative column because of all of the penalties.
All right, here are the Tigers. I believe that was Ray Stewart going right. Not a lot doing there.
Yeah, Ethan Carter and number 1, Braden McCraw, came up from the linebacker in the safety level. And, I mean, that was a toss sweep play over here to the near hash. And linebackers just flowing the the front three for the Panthers just eating up the blocks, and the Tigers not able to get to the second level. That's allowing the linebackers and safeties just to flow to the play, and that's been why we've had such clean tackling.
All right. Tigers working from the right hash after that play. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for them. Ball spotted on the 45. Here's Kennedy with the drop. He's looking left. He has a receiver in and out of his hands and incomplete. A ton of Panthers, 3 Panthers in the area of that pass.
Well, it was a really good pass there by Kennedy. It was just one of those corner routes, and he put the ball on the money, and that ball was in the receiver's hands. But just a drop, and you have to think that that was C.J. White that dropped it. Great job by the defensive backs to try to break that play up and not allow him to get that ball all the way down.
Again, the Tigers on the right hash. Kennedy acted like he was going to call for the snap. Looks back to the sideline. Ray Stewart, the back, goes from the left side over to Kennedy's right side. Kennedy dropping straight along the hashes, and we have whistles.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start. The play clock was running down. Don't know that everybody was set after the check with me that they had. And when we say check with me, it's one of those things where you're starting up and you look at the bench, get a new play call there. But that false start, that's going to back the Tigers up. Now it's a 3rd and 15 situation, their 7th penalty of the first quarter.
Scoreboard says 3rd and 14, ball on the 40. Under 2 minutes now, 1:57. Tigers still have yet to cross midfield here, and penalties keep pushing them backwards. There's motion across the formation by C.J. White for the Tigers. Kennedy dropping straight back. He's going to roll left. He's looking left, and he throws over his intended receiver. I believe that was C.J. White, number 4 over there on the far side. A little tough to see. He's way away from us, and we are perched high here in the visitor press box at Quigley Stadium.
Yeah, C.J. White moved up in the zone. Ethan Carter had the flat coverage there. C.J. White kind of rolled out into the flat. Ethan Carter came up on Bryson Kennedy when Bryson Kennedy rolled left, and that kind of sprung C.J. White, but Kennedy just overthrows him. It's going to be a 4th down try here for Central as they're already, it looks like Kennedy's now going to pooch punt this.
Yep, just a quick kick here.
He's got a good leg.
Pretty good quick kick, and it's going to bound ahead of the 20-yard line and take a Central Tiger roll back to about the 8-yard line or so, and that's where the Panthers will take over. On the 8, exactly. That's where they spot it. 1st and 10 from the 8. Still in the first quarter here. Nearing 7:45 Central Standard Time. Been a long first quarter.
It has been a very long first quarter. A lot of stoppages with penalties, 2 safeties, kickoff return for a touchdown, and 2 Cabot very fast drives. Cabot's picked up just a hair over 100 yards so far, and they're going to have to go almost the length of the field here if they want to get another touchdown on the board. But up 25-0, you'd like to see the Panthers go ahead and do that and just put the nail in this coffin early.
All right, offense pinned deep here, but it's been a pretty good night offensively. Here's Maddox McCrory, senior quarterback, clapping for the snap. He drops back into the end zone. Straight drop, looking to the right side, and that, I believe, was Aiden Tatum. Just couldn't bring it in right there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball still on the 8-yard line.
It was a well-placed ball. He had Tatum one-on-one with the receiver. Tatum has won a lot of those one-on-ones this year, especially in recent weeks, and he got both hands on it. Just was unable to complete the pass there. But they had Tatum up the hash and on that go route, and just in a one-on-one, you have a feeling that Cabot's going to win a lot of those.
Cooper Powell carrying the rock right there, giving the Panthers a little breathing room with the end zone at their back as he picks up a few yards there. Hard running, going to bring up 3rd down and 7 as they spot the ball on the 12. 3rd and 7, ball on the 12, nearing the minute mark here in our first quarter of play. 25-0 Cabot off to a great start offensively, defensively, and also scoring some points on special teams and coming up with some big punt block plays. Here's Maddox scrambling around a little bit. He swings it out to his left. Cooper Powell's in the area, but the ball sails out of bounds and incomplete.
This is really the first time that we've seen some pressure there by the Little Rock Central defense. And Cooper Powell, he came out of the backfield again. This time he was covered, and Maddox McCrory just threw it where nobody could catch it, and just to fight to live another day.
Indeed. So that's going to bring up 4th and 7 from the 12, and Lucas Blaylock is going to be on to punt. Standing in the end zone on the R, on the word Central in the paint. And there's the kick. Bobbled, but secured. And the Tigers are going to take over on the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that was number 10, Roy Holmes. He just about lost that one, and that could have gone in. That could have really flipped the field for Cabot, because the Panthers just about recovered. But instead, the Tigers are going to get the ball on the Panther 49, so they have crossed into Panther territory for just the first time tonight with 42 seconds to go in the first quarter.
That's what I was about to say. We've been sitting here all night, and they've kind of struggled offensively. But they do cross midfield, but it's after a punt. So there you go.
Well, any kind of penalty, which they've already had 7 penalties, any kind of penalty here is going to back them back up on their side of the field. So we'll see what happens.
All right, here we go. It's Kennedy taking the snap. He's going to hand to Stewart. Stewart going left. Nice little chunky yardage there, but 5 yards or so, 6 yards. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to call it 2nd and 5. So he picked up 5 yards. Ball on the 44-yard line now, and the Tigers in Panther territory here.
That was the best run of the night so far for the Tigers. Got a good kick-out block there on the outside backer, and he was able to sneak in there between the left guard and the left tackle and pick up a 5 yards.
We'll see if the Tigers can get a playoff here before the clock expires in the first quarter. They do indeed. And it's Kennedy. He's going to swing it out right. That's Stewart with the grab. Stewart turns upfield and crosses the 40-yard line. And the chain gang dropped the stick, but I think he picked up the first down there. We'll see. Lost the mark there because the gentleman holding the yards to gain marker dropped it, so we couldn't see.
That's going to be down to the 39-yard line, and it looks like
It's short.
Well, yep, they're going to give him the first down. So that's how the first quarter ends. Central Tigers pick up their very first down, and they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on the Panther 39-yard line. But they are down 25-0 to your Cabot Panthers as we start quarter number 2. And let's see if the Panther defense can stand tall again and keep the Tigers out of the end zone.
Any interesting numbers or notes, Jeremy, from our first half, or first quarter, rather?
Yeah, give me a second. I want to pull these up. The Panthers picked up 6 first downs in the first quarter, 13 plays, 105 total yards, 8 point yards per play. 70 of those have come through the air on 5 of 8 passing, 35 on the ground on 5 rushing attempts. Panthers been penalized 3 times for 20 yards. When you look at individually, Maddox McCrory, 5 of 8, has picked up 70 yards. Does have a touchdown. His longest is a 23-yard completion to Cooper Powell. Powell's caught 3 catches for 48 yards. He also has 5 carries for 35 yards, and he is now over 1,000 yards in all-purpose. Over 1,000 all-purpose yards for the season.
Tigers back on the move here. Across the 35. As we begin our second quarter of play from Quigley Stadium on the campus of Little Rock Central. Start of our second quarter. Great night for football. Of course, it's senior night tonight for the Little Rock Central Tigers. They had a big ceremony in pregame. And here we go. It's Kennedy to fake the handoff, passing over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Hit the receiver, C.J. White, right in the numbers, but he couldn't grab it.
Yeah, that David Liddell, He came through like a missile with bad intentions, broke up that pass, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And Liddell has quite the reputation among receivers, especially down here in the Little Rock area. He headhunts back there from that safety spot, and always got a sense of where number 13 is because he comes in hot.
I believe we have a timeout here. I didn't see the official's motion of who called it. Maybe not. Let's see. We've got a little break in the action here. We'll figure out what's going on. No timeout. I beg your pardon. No timeout.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
It's a little bit shorter of a clock stoppage.
Yeah. 3rd and 5. Ball on the 34 for the Tigers here. They trail 25-0 to our Cabot Panthers. Here's Kennedy, faking the handoff, rolling out right. Pass is bobbled but caught.
So I got excited about a big hit there a little bit. David came in there like a missile again. Never know.
David Liddell on the tackle there. David Liddell's played some big-time football for the Panthers this season. Of course, we had some injuries along our defense, but some of the younger guys have stepped up, and other upperclassmen have taken advantage of the opportunity to get playing time, and David Liddell has certainly been a solid foundation for us this season on defense, making a big play right there.
Panthers have a chance to get off the field here on 4th down. It's 4th and 2. Kind of expect the Tigers to go ahead and just give it to Stewart here and try to pick it up on the ground.
Kennedy,
yeah, Kennedy.
Kennedy keeps it himself, rolls right.
That looked like that was, they're going to stop the clock. Yeah, it's close. It's down there to the 29-yard line, and that's about where the line of gain is. Just depends on the stop of the ball. It looks like they've got him short back behind the 29, and they may have to bring out the chains. I don't think we've seen the chains come out at all this year. And so we're going to – the officials are looking. There we go. We're going to see the chains for the first time this season in game number 9. They're going to bring the chains from across the field and just see if we get a measurement here. It looks like, again, that ball is short of the 29-yard line from what we can see from here, and it's going to be awful close.
Close indeed. Chain gang not moving yet.
Oh, no. They may not bring them.
Officials talking it over.
There they go.
There's our chain gang. Hopefully we can get a camera on that. We want to see this mark.
It's the first time we've seen Central attempt a option-style play. Kennedy faked the pitch and held it, just laid forward. But the Panthers have stopped him short. And from here, it looks like a solid 6 inches.
Yeah, I think we lost our camera for just a second. We got it back. But the Panthers holding right there. Tigers not able to convert on 4th down, and our offense will trot back out onto the field here after a quick few words from head coach Scott Reed and our other offensive coaches, and the offense heading back out onto the field. Maddox McCrory again leading our offense out. Cooper Powell, as always, standing beside his quarterback, this time to the right. There's motion. Little trick play. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground as we tried to get a little tricky there. A little trouble on the exchange, on the end-around handoff. Ball bounces off the turf, and the Tigers get it. So that's our first turnover of the night, first turnover for the Panthers, and the Tigers are going to take over in great field position inside the red zone at about the 18-yard line. Their best field position of the night by far.
Yeah, and you don't want to see a turnover there. You really don't. It was a kind of a fake into an end around. But if you think about this, if the Tigers have picked up their first down, they may have been around this spot too. So defensively, they're just back pretty much where they were, have an opportunity to get off the field again. And let's see if the defense can stand tall.
All right. Tigers looking to pass, thrown to the end zone.
We got a flag on the play.
That was Bryson Kennedy to C.J. White, but as Jeremy said, there is a flag on
It's
the
got
field.
an ineligible receiver downfield. That's going to go against the Tigers, and there will be no touchdown on the board for them.
Tigers still scoreless here. Nice throw and catch, but penalties are going to negate that. What looked or appeared to be a touchdown for the Tigers.
Home side is not happy. You can hear the boos from over here.
Yeah, Tigers thought they had 6 right there, but penalties will get you, and that was the case right there. Certainly the case right there.
Five-yard penalty against the Tigers.
Okay, so the Tigers out of the pistol formation here. It's Kennedy, and he has Stewart directly behind him, and that's where the handoff goes. Stewart going right side.
Number 5, Ray Stewart.
And they are still very unhappy over there.
Yeah, they are. I can still
on
hear
the
'em.
sideline.
Out of bounds near the Panther 19-yard line. Will be second down and 11 for the Tigers.
Okay, so it's going to be second 11, ball on the 19 here. Just about 10 minutes. Tigers going to keep it on the ground here, and we got another flag.
Flag on the play.
That one's going to be offsides against the Panthers.
Against the defense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
So I'm surprised they didn't blow it dead. Typically, you blow the play dead on a
14-yard line.
on an offsides, but that's going to take the ball down to the 14-yard line. It will be 2nd and 6 with 9 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the first half.
Again, Tigers looking to get on the board. Panthers up 25-0. Just under 10 minutes. 2nd and 6, ball on the 14. Tigers going left side. And that's Stewart tripped up.
Another handoff to number 5, Ray Stewart.
Ray Stewart with some hard running tonight. He's seen a lot of the bulk of the carries.
And that was Ethan Carter again coming down, getting just a little bit of his shoe and forcing he basically just tripped him up. But that's going to set up a 3rd and 5 situation. So third down has not been good for the Central Tigers tonight. 3rd and 5. It's one of those mid-range downs, pretty much the entire open playbook here for the Tigers to see what happens. Panthers defense if they dial up a blitz.
All right. Tigers going right side here. That was number 1, Philip Brewster, I believe. Mo Gayton over to the right side, over by the numbers, and that's where he's brought down.
That was excellent pursuit by William Youngblood there off the defensive line. They did a great job of flowing all the way there. It was just a pickup of 3 that's going to bring up a 4th down and 2 now for the Tigers. The Panthers denied them on that last time, and we'll see what happens here. I mean, he's got a great opportunity to get off the field again.
Kennedy looking back to the sideline. Once again, out of the pistol are the Tigers. There's the handoff to Stewart. He goes straight up the gut, down to the 5, maybe inside the 5 by a yard or so. It's going to pick up the first down, though. With 8 minutes, 21 seconds left before the half here. Going to bring up 1st and 5, ball on the 5, so it's 1st and goal.
So Central's found a little bit of footing. They've gotten their running back, Ray Stewart, kind of coming downhill, and he's been able to find some holes, and there he goes into the end zone.
Ray Stewart virtually untouched as he rolls into the paint, and the Tigers are on the board as they blink the flashing lights, the strobe lights here at Quigley Stadium. Tigers getting on the board here with just under 8 minutes. 7:59 left in our first quarter of play. And that makes our score 25-6 as Alvarez will come on for the Tigers for the extra point attempt here.
No, this looks like it's going to be a different kicker. It looks like it's number 15.
That is Joel Dunn. Joel Dunn, senior, on the kick. Snap is down, hold is good, kick is up, it is good as well. Dunn splitting the uprights here. And with that extra point, the Tigers draw just a little bit closer to our Cabot Panthers to score. Now Cabot 25, the Little Rock Central Tigers 7. And the Tigers showing a little life there offensively.
Yeah, that was a 5-play, 18-yard drive set up by the fumble recovery. It took 2 minutes, 25 seconds off the clock and required the Tigers to convert on 4th down to get it in, but they do end up punching it in there. As Ray Stewart takes it in from 5 yards. And that's one thing that we've seen here late in the first half is Central has been able to start picking up about 5 yards a carry. Ray Stewart's getting downhill out of that pistol where he's taking the handoff going straight towards the line of scrimmage as opposed to that lateral movement, and that seems to be suiting them a little bit better. We'll see how the Panthers defense responds to that in the second half, but at this point it's just Panthers offense time. Let's let Cooper Powell eat a little bit, let Maddox find his guys, and let's get this ball back down the field and into that end zone over there.
Right, 7:59 here to go as the Tigers kick it away. What's the number of the kicker here?
That's good. That is Miguel Alvarez.
Miguel Alvarez. Jeremy with his 20/20 vision here. Alvarez going to boot it away. That's going to go to Andrew Godwin. Godwin going to receive just south of the 15-yard line, and he's runs into a pile there. Dumped down to the turf. He fell down about the 25, but we'll see where they spot this football at as our Panthers get set for another offensive series here. Looking to get the momentum back. We started out really strong in this game. A couple of safeties, a couple of touchdowns, and of course a big special teams play. But giving up 7 right there to the Tigers. Tigers showing a little life here. And our Panther offense needs to take the wind out of their sails right here with the big drive, milk some clock, go down and put points on the board once again here if we can. Going to be Maddox McCrory. Panthers going to start from the left hash this series. Christopher Fowler in motion, and we go to Cooper Powell. Trying to keep his leg drive going there. He goes left side, but not much doing. Picking up a couple of yards, though. Going to bring up 2nd down here and 8. 2nd down and 8. Maddox again out of the gun. Ball on the 30-yard line. Here's Maddox with the drop, swinging it to Powell. Powell with the grab. Stiff arms one defender. Looks like he might have been horse-collared out of bounds there by number 14, Braden White for the Tigers. That's going to move the chains, though. Nice throw and catch. Good pickup.
Yeah, the Panthers just went to a bunch formation there, brought the receivers in close to the line of scrimmage, rolled Cooper Powell out into the flat. He was wide open down there, and 9 yards. That's a good, solid completion. It's going to keep the chains moving, and Panthers look like they're in business.
Caden Shell, senior broadcasting student, joining us tonight on the commentary. Caden, what are your thoughts so far?
I just like how Cooper can get out and get gone, you know. I feel like if somebody runs into him, it's just bad news. There's nothing good coming from that. If you run into Cooper Powell, it's going to be a rough night.
You'd think the Tigers would have him blanketed pretty nicely tonight, but he has been able to produce offensively. Can't contain him tonight. He goes left side, keeps his leg drive going, hard running by Cooper Powell, and he's inching closer to another first down for the Panthers here. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. Nice 6-yard gain by Cooper Powell. Looks like it could have been stuffed a lot sooner, but he just doesn't give up.
Well, he took big defensive end, number 17, Michael Lindsay, for a ride. Michael Lindsay jumped on his back, and Cooper Powell just gave him a piggyback ride for an additional 4 yards there.
All right, here's Maddox dropping back. He's looking left, then back over the middle. He goes out to the left. That's Aeneas Arnold. But
it's complete. There is a flag on the plate. Looks like that might be a defensive pass interference. That's in that area, but I don't imagine that the Panthers will take that penalty. I think they'll take the first down, and that's going to get down around the 30-yard line, 32-yard line.
Couldn't tell. It's hard to tell from our view up here whether it looked like Aeneas caught it, but then it looked like he might have been out of bounds, so it was kind of hard to tell just exactly if that was going to be a completion, but indeed a completion. And we declined the penalty. And the Panthers going to be at the 31 now. A new set of downs. And continuing to work the ball down the field. That's Cooper Powell. He's over there on the Little Rock Central sideline. And out of bounds. Cooper Powell seeing a lot of the work tonight, but I don't think he minds. He loves to touch the football in any way, whether it be on the ground or catching passes. He's off to a great start tonight. Speaking of Powell, there's a little toss out to him. He's across the 20, the 15, the 10. He's still on his feet.
Touchdown.
And he tight ropes his way into the end zone. Cooper Powell finding pay dirt again tonight. Nice run right there. Kept his balance and got into the zone.
Hey, a couple good blocks there again. Christopher Fowler really sealed the inside linebacker. Got another good block by Bentley Harrell out on the edge. And Powell was just, he's just able to trot into the end zone. He made one man miss, and then there was nothing else because of the Panther blockers.
All right, and Dean Heyer will come on to add the extra point. Lucas Blaylock to hold. The kick is up. It's good. Bounces off the new indoor practice facility here at Little Rock Central. And with that, our score is Cabot 32, Little Rock Central 7 with 6:25 left here before halftime. Panthers with a great first half. First quarter, rather. Second quarter, the Tigers seemed like they were maybe gaining a little momentum, but again, the Panthers able to deflate that momentum, go back, drive down the field, and put 6 on the board.
Mitch, I'm kind of chuckling. You said, hey, right before that drive, hey, keep the ball, eat up some clock. Well, 6 plays, 72 yards, just a minute, 29 seconds off the clock. 89 seconds to get that ball in. So I don't know if the Panthers intentionally running a 2-minute drill there or not, but they got down the field quick and in a hurry. Now they lead at 32-7. Let's see if we can get a stop right here and possibly get this thing rolling for the entirety of the second half.
That's right. Sportsmanship rule goes into effect when it's a 35-point margin, right?
That is correct. Anytime in the second half it reaches 35, the clock does not stop.
So?
Although I could sit here and watch the Panthers play all day. Nobody's complaining.
That's right. We got a great job tonight and a great view here in the visiting press box at Quigley Stadium. Boy, our band is here tonight. They're making some noise. I'm sure you guys can hear them on our crowd mic tonight. I'm going to turn it down just a touch where it doesn't overpower Jeremy and I. Here's Lucas Blaylock to kick. We've seen Dean Heyer. We've seen Blaylock, and it's back to Blaylock. That kick is going to be caught around the 5 and returned by number 1 for the Tigers. That's Phillip Brewster. Brewster still on his feet. Across the 40 now, across midfield, and he's going to be brought down inside the 40-yard line as the Tigers return it back into Panther territory there. Great return by number 1, Phillip Brewster for the Little Rock Central Tigers. And the Tigers going to start their next drive in pretty good field position.
Guess what? We have a flag on the play over here at the 48-yard line. Ian Frazier was the one that came back and made that stop. Brewster had kind of weaved through that Cabot coverage team over there on that far sideline. And this flag is way away from the play.
Yeah, exactly, Jeremy. It was actually on our sideline over here.
Oh, it's over here at the 35-yard line now. So this ball is going to be This is going to be a hold. It's going to wipe out a lot of that gain.
Yes, indeed. Flag thrown on our sideline by the officials over here. And, of course, the play went towards the central sideline, which would be the top of your screen. Flag came from the bottom of your screen. And whatever the case, Tigers are moving backwards here. Great night for football. Thank you guys for joining us on YouTube at Cabot High School Television. We appreciate your viewership tonight. Thank you for the comments. I assume heard a little news early on that our stream might be lagging a little bit, or we've had some difficulty, but I think everything is smooth sailing so far for us, and hopefully so for you guys too. We want to bring you this game with the best of our abilities tonight, and I think everything's working out technology-wise.
That wiped out a lot of yardage.
Yeah, that's going to be back at the central 25-yard line. The Boo Birds on the other side are out at this point. Very unhappy with that call. And again, I didn't see the foul over here, so I couldn't tell you the merits of that one. But nonetheless, the officials saw it, they made the call, and the Tigers have it now 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
Here's Kennedy. He's looking right. The pass is complete. Receiver spun around a little bit by a couple of Cabot Panther defenders and brought down. It's going to bring up 2nd down. We are under 6 minutes before the break here at Quigley Stadium.
That was number 18, Micah Frazier, on the catch. It was a little tunnel screen action. Joey Bartlett came over, made the stop, slung him down, just a gain of 3 on the play.
Joey Bartlett again making big plays. Joey Bartlett has had a fantastic few weeks. He got injured earlier in the season, but since returning, he has been fantastic leading our defensive line. Here we are, 5:32 and counting here. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. They're still trying to get organized.
Central
here
is going to call a timeout. They didn't quite get the play right. Looked like they were trying to make an adjustment at the line of scrimmage and just couldn't get that adjustment made before the play clock all the way down. So with 5 minutes, 24 seconds here, Central's going to call a timeout. Tigers' 2nd timeout of the night. They have one more remaining here in our final just under 5.5 minutes before halftime. Again, at halftime, I'm going to take the chance here while we have a break to remind you that at halftime, we're going to show you some videos promoting Cabot Public Schools. And then, of course, Caden and I will join you with a few more minutes left during halftime to go over some first half numbers and stats and kind of look back at the drive summaries and all that. Well, speaking of, Cabot's got 4 touchdowns on the board and 2 safeties, I guess 3 offensive touchdowns, just 165 yards. You'd think if you've been held to 165 yards, probably not just that great of a first half, but 32 points because of complimentary football.
Here's a toss play. This is Stewart for the Tigers. He kind of cuts back up middle. He started out going left and then cut it back up the middle. Going to pick up some yardage there, but it's going to bring up 3rd down. Officially, it is 3rd down and 2. The ball on the 33-yard line. Nearing the 5-minute mark. It's been a long first half as we close in on 8:13 Central Standard Time here. Under 5 minutes on our clock. 4:50 and counting. Kennedy. He and Stewart once again.
That was a fumbled handoff, and Cabot's recovered. That's number 94.
Asher Laws.
Asher Laws recovers that. It was a fumbled handoff. Kennedy just did not get it in the hand of his ball carrier, and Asher Laws recovers that. And the Panthers are back in business. That's recovered at the 32-yard line.
Looked like Kennedy and his running back Stewart, a little miscommunication. Handoff bobbled, and Asher Laws, Johnny on the spot right there to get the recovery. And guess what, Jeremy? Let's burn a little clock and get 6 more points.
It may be 67 seconds here to get it in the end zone.
We shall see.
I was just seeing the reaction up here.
Jeremy.
I'm not getting in on that that new saying that everybody says. There's a little play up the middle.
Might be, though. And how our Panthers have played so far, it might just be 67 seconds. Who knows?
Maddox McCrory, senior quarterback, keeping that one. Going to bring up 2nd and 5, ball on the 28-yard line. 2nd and 5 again on the 28. Here's Maddox. That's Christopher Fowler dancing around, a little motion. Cooper Powell's going to follow him, bust through, and get inside the red zone, inside the 20-yard line there. Another hard run by Cooper Powell.
That was a really patient run by Powell. He put his hands on a blocker, got him slung around. It looked like we had a flag on the field, but it wasn't. It's just a yellow piece of tape. That was down to the 20-yard line, but Powell just put his hand in the back of a blocker there and just pushed him into position, and then was able to squirt through the hole, pick up the first down, and the chains are moving, clock's moving.
That's right. Here are the Panthers inside the red zone. Cooper Powell with the rock. Nice running. Kind of backpedaled his way down about to the 11-yard line there.
Yeah, Fowler pulled on the play, had another guard. He didn't quite see the number there, pull on the play as well. But Powell just got, again, squirting through that hole, got to the second level, gets down to around the 12-yard line. That was an effective run play of 8 yards, and just keeping the clock moving, keeping the ball away from this Tiger defense, getting closer to that end zone.
2nd and 2, ball on the 12. Here's Powell. Clock continues to roll along here. 3 minutes, 11 seconds, 10 seconds now. Clock rolling. Coach Reed and the offense knocking on the door again for 6 more points. We'd love to see it here.
Yeah, that one got down to the 9-yard line. That's going to pick up a first down and goal from the 9. Again, just following Christopher Fowler. That young man's having a great night tonight. Doesn't show up in the stat column.
Here's Maddox. He's going to the end zone.
And that ball is intercepted.
Yeah. Another costly turnover there as the Panthers were looking to air it out to the right. Maddox trying to throw it to the corner of the end zone, but the Tigers come up with the interception. They will be pinned deep here, but it's another turnover. Panthers with their 2nd turnover of the night, right?
Yep, that was the 2nd turnover of the night for the Panther offense. This one, though, puts the Tigers in a really bad spot down at the 1-yard line. But you never want to turn the football over, especially in the red zone.
2 minutes and 40 seconds as the clock stopped after the interception to allow the Tiger offense and Panther defense to trot out on the field here and begin another series for the Tigers. Play clock rolling along here. Tigers in their end zone. Here's Kennedy. He gets it out of the end zone and across the 5 and down near the 10. That gives them a little breathing room because they were certainly pinned pretty tight there.
Yeah, Kennedy, like I said, he's got a lot of size, and when he falls forward, he's gonna almost automatically pick up 3 or 4 yards. He got a head of steam there, and that could be an effective strategy, but not when you're down by 25 points and you got to go the length of the field.
Yeah,
but if this was a little bit closer game, that could spell big trouble for the Panther defense.
Here's Stewart. Nice run by him. Yeah, you think the Tigers might try to air it out here and test Kennedy's arm out a little bit with the clock, as Jeremy talked about, running down here, but they continue to keep the ball on the ground, but they are moving the chains there on that play and get a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball on the 18.
Panthers will get the ball to start the second half.
Here's Kennedy. He's got pressure, and he is dropped near the end zone, but
that's 88 with the sack.
That's Braxton Bailey on the sack right there, leading the way, as there were a couple other Panthers in the area.
And Cabot calls a timeout there. And that ball is going to be spotted around the 2-yard line.
Boy, it looked like he was close to the end zone there. I thought we might get another safety. Thought we might get another safety. Great pressure, indeed, by the Cabot defensive line there. Junior Braxton Bailey, number 88, leading the way.
Yeah, that's just the first timeout by the Cabot Panthers, and that's a great timeout call there. You get a big negative play like that, and the Tigers have already shown they've had a couple of problems with deep snap and punts around or close to their end zone. Had one blocked, had one snap go over the punter's head out of the end zone, 2 safeties in that situation. This is now a 2nd and 25, and you have to figure that the Tigers are just going to try to run the football. They don't want to stop the clock and give it back to the Panthers too close to the end zone. And so you got to imagine the Tigers will run it. You got 25 yards that you've got to keep them from getting with 2 timeouts, and you got it. If you take care of that, you'll get the ball back with about 1:20 to go here in the first half and a chance to tack on some more points.
Here's Kennedy. He sends a player out in motion to his right. Kennedy with the drop. Now they're going to pass, Jeremy. Over the middle. Incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete. That's going to stop the clock. I guess the intended receiver was number 5, Ray Stewart. He ended up in a heap on the ground. Not sure exactly what happened. That ball just kind of floated out in the middle of nowhere. Thought maybe the Panthers might have a chance at it. But anyway, that's going to bring up 3rd and 25. Clock stops with 1:22 to go. And that saves the Panthers a timeout just in case they need it as we close out this first half.
So the Tigers, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. And 25, ball on the 3. Interesting scenario here.
Got to get off the field. Got to get off the field here.
Defense, I'm assuming,
we got a false start penalty. That's going to back up the Tigers down to the 1-yard line.
Even more trouble for Little Rock Central here on this drive. Of course, a big defensive play. Big sack there by Braxton Bailey sent the Tigers back to the 3, and now another penalty.
And the Tigers are in they were in a 5-wide set there, and you have to think you're not going for a touchdown there. You're just trying to get some room for your punter. Now they're going to bring a tailback in, but I figured that we may see Kennedy there in just a quarterback draw situation. Kennedy's back to pass, and we got a screen.
Ooh, not much doing.
Read perfectly by Jaylen Hart. That's going to stop the clock with the timeout. Hart makes the tackle. That was Stewart on the completion. It was a halfback screen. Hart reads it, comes up from his cornerback spot. The Panthers going to get their second timeout of the half, 1:14, and the ball's just on the 2-yard line, so not a whole lot of room for your punter as well. Panthers can try to block this one and maybe get another safety and get the ball back with 1:14 and 2 timeouts.
And we know,
1 timeout.
And we know from what we've seen already tonight that the Tigers have certainly had trouble in their punting game. As Jeremy talked about a little while ago, a snap sailed over the head of the punter for a safety, and then we blocked their punter in the end zone. So once again, Tigers pin deep. Their punter will stand in the paint along the E and the word Central there in the end zone, and
they may just go ahead and do that quick punt with Bryson Kennedy. They did that the last time they punted, and he's got a pretty good leg. Again, he's a freshman. He's a big old boy. And
Tigers with showing early here as they set up the formation that they're going to have twins to each side of. But and it's Kennedy back, I believe, and he's going to do the quick kick again. That'll work.
This is going to be fair caught inside the 35-yard line by Aiden Tatum. 1:08, so 68 seconds to go. So no harm, no foul on that turnover. Just didn't quite get it in the end zone that time, or from that on the previous Panther possession. They got a chance for redemption right here and a chance to get 7 more.
All right, offense back out onto the field. Senior quarterback Maddox McCrory. And the offense looking pretty sharp tonight. That's Aeneas Arnold in motion. And it's Maddox rolling out right. He's going to connect with Aeneas Arnold. And Arnold.
He's going to step out of bounds.
Yeah, late hit like crazy.
A little contact. Excessive contact there. And the flag comes out with just under 1 minute, 59 seconds in our first half from Quigley Stadium. Thank you guys for joining us tonight on YouTube at Cabot High School Television, along with broadcasting senior Caden Shells and Mr. Stat, Jeremy Carson. I'm Mitch Lilly. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And we appreciate your viewership. Thank you guys for tuning in. Pretty good crowd of Panther fans here tonight, but we certainly know a lot of you, with it being Halloween night, are staying at home, wanted to relax and watch it on the tube, and we appreciate you for joining us. There's Bentley Harrell in motion. Maddox McCrory dropping back along the hashes. He's looking left. He has a receiver. A Tiger defender cut across and broke up that pass right at the last second there.
Yeah, that was Bentley Harrell again. He was open on that corner route, and the ball just kind of hung up just a little bit too far for McCrory. Wasn't able to get that one down. But it's just 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line with 52 seconds to go.
Still plenty of time to put more points on the board here for the Cabot Panther offense. Panthers working from the right hash. Maddox clapping for the snap, dropping back, little 3-step drop. But whistles are going to blow the
It's going to be a
play
false.
dead.
Yeah, going to be a false start there on the offense. That's going to back up the Panthers 5 yards, make it 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15, ball going to be, scoreboard says 14. We know that's not right. We'll see as they adjust it. They call it the 19 officially. 32-7 our score here from historic Quigley Stadium. So far, so good here in week 9 of the 2025 high school football season. Our Panthers 2-3 in conference play, looking to get to 500 tonight with a win over the Little Rock Central Tigers. Here's Maddox McCrory dropping back, plenty of time, and he slings it out left. Pass is caught by number 26.
That's Caden Harmon.
Caden Harmon.
Oh, Caden Harmon. I'm sorry. I got that completely misspelled on here on the stat pack. I'm going to have to correct that. But he was out of bounds. I think they need to stop the clock. And the White Hats waving at the official.
Yeah, they're going
to have to reset the clock back up to probably up in the 40s. That ball's down to the 16-yard line, and Maddox just he had just a little bit of late pressure there, had to sidearm it. Caden Harmon came over and made a great play on it.
All right, let's see. Jeremy said 40, what did you say on yours? 42 seconds? They put 41.
41, yeah, it was pretty close.
You're close. All right. Aiden Tatum in motion as Maddox McCrory takes the snap. Dropping back, plenty of time. He slings it over the middle, and I believe that might be Harmon again. Caden Harmon with the grab. Yep, Caden Harmon inside the 10-yard line as the clock shows 34 seconds here before halftime. Again, want to remind you, we're going to show you videos promoting Cabot Public Schools at halftime, and then Jeremy, Caden, and I will join you with the first half recap. Check out some numbers and stats from the first half of action. Offense not taking much time to talk things over. Quickly back out onto the field here.
Yeah, that was the last timeout by Cabot. Oh, it's 4th down. So they're going to go for the field goal here. Dean Heyer coming out.
Dean Heyer, and something interesting, it's Braden McCraw is holding here instead of Lucas Blaylock. McCraw, number 1, holding. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is up and good as well. So with that, Dean Heyer extends the lead. The Panthers now up 35-7 with just 30 seconds left here in our first half of play from Quigley Stadium tonight. Cabot looking great. Little Rock Central trailing 35-7.
Yeah, that scoring drive, 5 plays, 24 yards, 38 seconds off the clock. So when you look at this score, it's 35-7. It looks like Cabot's put up 5 touchdowns, but they have not. They have gotten 3 touchdowns on offense, 1 touchdown with special teams, 2 safeties on defense, and now a field goal. as well. So quite the unusual scoring to get to 35-7. But if the Panthers can keep the Central Tigers off the scoreboard here, the Panthers get the ball first, get a touchdown to start the second half, and this clock will be off and rolling, and the Panthers will be as well getting to that much-needed 500 spot in conference, and a victory heading into that showdown with North Little Rock on senior night at Panther Stadium next week.
Yes, everything could unfold like this tonight. Of course, if the Panthers can hold on here in the second half and secure this victory, they'll improve to 3-3 in 7A Central Conference play. North Little Rock is at Bryant. That's a tall task. Let's say Bryant gets the victory. North Little Rock would then be 3-3, and we would be set up for a matchup next Friday on senior night at Panther Stadium with 2 3-3 teams battling it out for playoff position. Of course, if the Panthers win tonight, we know they're in to the postseason, and it's looking very favorable right now, but we still have a whole half of football left. But right now, things looking up, and it's going to be Dean Heyer on the kick from near the left hash here for the Panthers. With just 30 seconds left, the Tigers will get one more chance offensively. A high short kick. Fair caught at the 30-yard line by the Tigers, and that's where they will have their final possession here of our first half of play. What's interesting to me, Jeremy, is we've seen, and Caden, we've seen all three phases put up points tonight. Special teams, defense, and offense. And when we've seen that happen, you know, it's the games that we've won against Little Rock Southwest and against Pulaski Academy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're trending in the right way. We're doing the right things. And, of course, you know, I know our coaching staff is super excited when all three phases are producing points, making plays, and complimentary football.
And a lot of the, you know, you got to think about the special teams too. They've got a lot of younger guys getting that experience on the special teams. And, you know, when they come out and they make plays, that's huge.
That was C.J. White for the Tigers. Maybe picking up a couple of yards there as he goes right side. Clock running now, 15 seconds and counting here in our first quarter play. Tigers need to hurry up if they're going to get one more play off here before time expires. And we head to the break. It's Kennedy.
Oh, that's a hold.
Yeah.
Kennedy looking deep. 3 Panthers in the area. Nearly intercepted. Can you catch that number over there, Caden?
That was Joey Bartlett. I'm going to chuckle about that one for a while. Joey Bartlett got pulled down by a shoulder pad. I said, that's a hold. It was right there in front of the official. The official chose not to throw the flag. I think he might have thrown it if it was a complete pass, but then Joey Bartlett played dead, had a lineman come over, give him the shock, and he flopped and got up and got excited as he ran off the field. Got to love the spirit from that young man.
Incomplete pass by the Tigers will bring our first half to a close here. Again, the Panthers up 35-7 over Little Rock Central as we head to the break. Again, a reminder, we're going to show you some videos from Cabot Public Schools to promote our fantastic school district. And then Jeremy, Caden, and I will join you a little bit later in halftime, right before we start the second half, to go over some news, notes and numbers, scoring drives, and all that good stuff. We'll crunch the numbers for you as we return back to begin the second half. But for now, we're going to take a break. Enjoy these videos, and we'll see you in just a few.
Hi, I'm Carrie Lair. I'm proud to be the principal at Cabot Panther Academy and excited to share the wonderful opportunities awaiting you at CPA. Formerly known as ACE, Cabot Panther Academy is our district's award-winning conversion charter school. CPA is renowned for fostering relationships while providing a quality education tailored to the individual needs of our students. At CPA, we strive for excellence in all that we do. Our program was identified as a school on the move toward excellence in 2021 by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. We have also been awarded the highest achieving alternative education program distinction for the last 8 years in a row as a result of student test scores. CPA is designed for students in grades 7 through 12. Our program's unique setup provides academic alternatives for students within our district and our community. Students have the ability to take their essential core classes as well as electives at CPA. Students also have the opportunity to take elective courses at the regular campus if they choose. CPA students are provided personalized attention in a small, safe, and supportive environment. Flexibility is an important aspect of our program, so students and their families work with the CPA team to select a schedule that best fits their individual needs. If students choose to take elective courses at another campus, there is a midday shuttle available. Students may select an all-day schedule of Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday from 8 o'clock a.m. until 2:45 p.m. Lunch is provided from 11:05 until 11:35 for all students who attend full-day schedules. Half-day options are as follows: Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. or 11:45 a.m. until 2:45 p.m. A fully digital option is also available for our students in grades 10 through 12. Students are required to attend for 12 hours per week with the flexibility to balance academics and personal interest. Whether on campus or online, our Academy is committed to fostering a strong sense of community and investment in every student's success. Applications for our program are available online at cabotschools.org, or you may pick up an application in person at Cabot Panther Academy.
Julia Treadway, principal at Central Elementary. This is me when I was in kindergarten. Happy National Principals Month.
Who am I? It's me, Carrie Lair, principal at Cabot Panther Academy. This is me in kindergarten. Not much has changed since this picture except for the haircut.
Who am I? I'm Mandy Green, principal at Cabot Middle School South. This is me in the first grade. Don't you love my ruffles?
Who am I? I'm Carol Skibba, and I'm the principal of Stagecoach Elementary. And this is me when I was in first grade. I had no idea that I would grow up to lead a school full of kids just like me.
Who am I? I'm Anna Davis, principal at Cabot Freshman Academy. And this is me at 6 years old. My son says I look like Matilda. I kind of have to agree. But guess what? I'm your principal now.
Who am I? I'm Matt Sheets, principal Cabot Junior High North. This is me as a senior at Cabot High School. I thought I was done with public school, but some things never change. Happy Principals Month.
Who am I? Hi, I'm Tori Harrison, the principal at Southside Elementary. Isn't my bow so cute when I was in the second grade?
Who am I? I'm Charlotte Sandage, principal at Cabot Junior High South. Not much has changed, except for the hair color.
Who am I? I'm Stephanie Shrunk, the principal at Westside Elementary School. This is a picture of me in elementary school. Don't you love my feather bangs and flower dress?
Who am I? Hi, I'm Miriam Berryhill, and this was me at 6 years old. I wanted to make a difference back then, and now I get to every single day.
Who am I? I am Jill Fletcher, principal at Eastside Elementary. In second grade, I wanted to be a nurse, but I guess I took a different path.
Who am I?
Hi, I'm Susie Kelly, Director of Pre-K. In this picture, I was 4 years old, just like my pre-Kers are now.
Who am I? I'm Toby Sprouls, principal at Ward Central Elementary, and I'm in the 5th grade in this picture. I always wanted to be a teacher. I guess I'm living the dream.
Who am I? I'm Micah House, principal at Cabot Middle School North. Not much has changed except the haircut, and this kid is your principal now.
Who am I? I'm Amy Morrow, principal of Magnus Creek Elementary. And when I was this age, I loved to play with creepy crawly things and wanted to be a herpetologist. Happy Principals Month!
Who am I? I'm Connie Reed, principal of Mountain Springs Elementary. I was a Panther then, and I'm a Panther now.
Who am I? Hi, I'm Kim Griffin, the principal at Cabot Learning Academy. And when I was in first grade, this haircut was in style. Happy National Principals Month.
Who am I? I'm Michael Fasanelli, principal at Cabot High School. And when I was this age, I wanted to be a firefighter, but I guess I had different plans.
We were students once.
Just like the kids we lead today.
We've grown.
We've learned.
We've laughed.
We've overcome obstacles.
And we've never stopped believing.
In the power of education.
In the difference one teacher can make.
In the potential of every student.
In the community that lifts us up.
In the pride that drives us forward.
We are mentors.
We are leaders.
We are family. We are Cabot.
We are Panthers.
Then and now.
Together,
we are Panther proud.
We are Panther proud.
We are Panther proud.
We are Panther proud.
Together, we are Panther proud.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nicole Gatewood. Cabot High School is hosting a Next Step event in the cafeteria. Over 100 college, technical school, and military recruiters are in attendance. This is a great time for students to explore options and opportunities as well as network with recruiters from local, state, and out-of-state schools. Students are asking great questions, making connections, and learning more about their futures after graduation. We are so proud of our Panthers for taking next steps towards their goals after graduation. Go Panthers!
I got power in my hands and it's yours for the taking. Give me a roll, I break it. You can't just sneeze or shaking. I've been here before, I know the mistakes you'll be making. Forget the past, it's over. Forget being the joker. Let them know that you're home and you're in control. This power is yours for the taking. This power is yours for the taking. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. This power is yours for the taking. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. This power is yours for the taking.
Good evening. My name is Michael Fasanelli, principal at Cabot High School. What an exciting time it is to be a part of the CHS community. At Cabot High School, you'll meet exceptional teachers and staff. Our English, math, science, social studies, and foreign language departments are unmatched in student success. Our AP and honors classes offer accelerated learning, and we strive to meet the diverse needs of all of our students. Our band, athletic programs, spirit teams, and fine arts are the best of the best. Our career and technical education, or our CTE courses, offer practical skills and career pathways for our students. Many of these students leave Cabot High School with certifications and endorsements that make them job ready upon graduation. We also offer a variety of clubs and organizations to match all students' interests. Now let's delve a little bit deeper into some of the offerings we do provide. As I mentioned earlier, our career technical or CTE classes are a vital part of Cabot High School, offering students pathways in various fields. The medical pathway includes nursing, EMT, athletic training, and sports medicine courses. Business and personal finance provide a glimpse into the business world, while law enforcement and firefighting classes introduce our students to public service careers. Our broadcasting classes offer students a chance to both work in front of and behind the camera. These students record and edit events throughout our district. Our family and consumer science courses are also a big draw, covering topics from food and nutrition to childcare to teaching foundations. CTE offers classes in construction, auto tech, and agricultural. These hands-on classes offer our students opportunities and experiences that would be impossible to meet while sitting in the classroom. These instructors offer opportunities for students to experience real-life situations that only make them more marketable for life after CHS. One of our most popular and fastest growing CTE programs is engineering and robotics, where students build and compete with robots at the state and national levels. These unique courses provide valuable hands-on experience, helping students jumpstart their careers while still in high school. Extracurricular activities and athletics also play a crucial role in student development at Cabot High School. They promote teamwork, leadership, and hard work. With 15 sports offered, our student athletes have the opportunity to excel on and off the field. Our award-winning band, which is the largest high school marching band in the state with over 260 members, competes at both state and national levels. CHS also hosts over 50 clubs and organizations. Early in the fall semester, we will hold a club rush during both lunches. This allows students to explore and join clubs that interest them. Our Fine Arts program is one of the most comprehensive programs in the state. Cabot Theater presents 2 award-winning performances each year, offering opportunities in acting, stage handwork, and set construction through stagecraft and technical theater classes. For music enthusiasts, our choir not only performs at school events, but also competes at the regional and state levels, often earning top honors. Our forensics and debate teams participate in regional competitions, consistently earning multiple awards. Our top-notch art department nurtures creativity and talent, allowing students to explore different mediums and techniques. We are proud to be home to the Cabot Panthers. You belong here at Cabot High School. And remember, graduation happens here. Let's continue to make this year a great one together. And as always, go Panthers!
At Cabot Public Schools, the health and safety of our student athletes is something we will never compromise. We've demonstrated this commitment for years by employing 5 licensed athletic trainers and partnering with the allied healthcare professionals across our community. Now, we've taken that commitment to a whole new level with the opening of our newly updated athletic training facility. Thanks to Project Panthers, our space has grown from 360 square feet to more than over 3,000 square feet. This new state-of-the-art clinic features advanced technologies such as cold laser, infrared therapy to help speed up recovery, hot and cold tubs to manage soreness and prevent injuries, cold compression modalities, musculoskeletal ultrasound for acute injury diagnosis, and we're the first high school to have a zero-gravity treadmill by Boost. This treadmill allows athletes to safely return to activity while reducing stress on their low back and their lower extremities. By investing in this new equipment and in the professionals to use it, we're not only enhancing the athletic performance, but also prioritizing the long-term health care and well-being of our student athletes. They now have access to the same level of care found at collegiate and professional levels, ensuring that they can train, compete, and recover at their very best right here at Cabot. And for our families, this means peace of mind, knowing that their children receive top quality care at no extra cost. That's a saving for parents and a huge advantage for our students. This commitment allows Cabot Public Schools to continue to be the leader in athletic health care at the secondary school level. As always, go Panthers!
Hi, I'm Carrie Lair. I am proud to be the principal at Cabot Panther Academy and excited to share the wonderful opportunities awaiting you at CPA. Formerly known as ACE, Cabot Panther Academy is our district's award-winning conversion charter school. CPA is renowned for fostering relationships while providing a quality education tailored to the individual needs of our students. At CPA, we strive for excellence in all that we do. Our program was identified as a school on the move toward excellence in 2021 by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. We have also been awarded the highest achieving alternative education program distinction for the last 8 years in a row as a result of student test scores. CPA is designed for students in grades 7 through 12. Our program's unique setup provides academic alternatives for students within our district and our community. Students have the ability to take their essential core classes as well as electives at CPA. Students also have the opportunity to take elective courses at the regular campus if they choose. CPA students are provided personalized attention in a small, safe, and supportive environment. Flexibility is an important aspect of our program, so students and their families work with the CPA team to select a schedule that best fits their individual needs. If students choose to take elective courses at another campus, there is a midday shuttle available. Students may select an all-day schedule of Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday from 8 o'clock a.m. until 2:45 p.m. Lunch is provided from 11:05 until 11:35 for all students who attend full-day schedules. Half-day options are as follows: Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. or 11:45 a.m. until 2:45 p.m. A fully digital option is also available for our students in grades 10 through 12. Students are required to attend for 12 hours per week with the flexibility to balance academics and personal interest. Whether on campus or online, our academy is committed to fostering a strong sense of community and investment in every student's success. Applications for our program are available online at cabotschools.org, or you may pick up an application in person at Cabot Panther Academy.
Hello and welcome back to Cabot Panther football on YouTube at Cabot High School Television. As we get set to start the second half here from Quigley Stadium on the campus of Little Rock Central. Jeremy, let's check some first half numbers and stats.
Yeah, let's tell you how we got to this 35-7 Cabot Panther lead. The Panthers got on the board first with a touchdown pass from Maddox McCrory to Bentley Harrell. It was a 17-yard completion. Dean Hires' extra point was good, capped off a 4-play, 51-yard drive, made the score 7-0. Miguel Alvarez, the punter, had a snap go over his head on the ensuing possession. That ball was out of the back of the end zone for a safety. That made the score 9-0. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Panthers were set up with good field position, and it was a 6-play, 58-yard drive. Heavy dose of Cooper Powell, who finished the drive off with an 8-yard touchdown run. That made the score 16-0. And then Miguel Alvarez, again, punting from his own end zone on the very next possession, had it blocked out of the back of the end zone for a second safety. That made the score 18-0. Cabot still in the first quarter. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Jaylen Hart takes it 64 yards to the house. That made the score 25-0. That's where it stood at the end of the first quarter. Central Tigers got on the board with a Ray Stewart 5-yard touchdown run. That drive was set up by a fumble. It was a 5-play, 18-yard drive for the Tigers. It was their only touchdown of the first half. Cabot ends up scoring a touchdown on Cooper Powell's 25-yard rush, capped off a 6-play, 72-yard drive. And just before the half, Dean Hire hit a 27-yard field goal to make the score 35-7. And that's where we stand here as we start the third quarter. If you look at the individual stats, Maddox McCrory completed 11 of 16 passes, 128 yards, has an interception and a touchdown. Cooper Powell, his leading receiver, 5 catches, 63 yards. Bentley Harrell has 1 catch, 17 yards, and a touchdown as well. And Cooper Powell picked up 87 yards on 11 carries, has 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, in the first half action. For the Little Rock Central Tigers, Bryson Kennedy just completed 7 of 15 passes for just 23 yards and raced to their leading rusher for 35 yards on 9 carries. He does have the single Central Tiger touchdown. And if you look at the stats, just the team-by-team comparison, the Panthers did all their damage on just 207 yards of total offense. They had short field all night, set up by their defense and special teams, and they held Central to just 58 yards on 34 plays. That's just an average of 1.7 yards per play. Great job by our Panther defense. The Tigers have been heavily penalized, too, in the first half. 10 penalties for 77 yards. Panthers were penalized 5 times for 30 yards. The Panthers did turn it over twice in the first half, and hopefully we won't see any of that in the second half. The Panthers will get the second half kickoff. They're up by 28. And just to remind everybody, the sportsmanship rule kicks in at 35. So if the Panthers able to come down and get a touchdown, this clock will run the remainder of the second half.
All right, Jeremy, thanks for that first half recap. Again, along with Mr. Statistician, the team stat man on Friday night, that's Jeremy Carson. He's also the Junior High South girls basketball coach, and he's done a fantastic job this season helping us with the stats. There's a attempted onside kick by the Central Tigers as we begin the second half of play here from Quigley Stadium. Joined also tonight by senior broadcasting student Caden Shells. Caden, welcome in.
Thank you, Mr. Lilly. I'm ready to watch the second half of football.
What's your first half impression?
My first half impression was a lot of defensive work. I like the scoring from all aspects of this Panther team. Special teams, defense, and offense all got points during that first half.
That's right. All 3 phases of the game. Very complimentary football by the Panthers in the first half. As we begin here, 24 minutes left. And if the Panthers can hold on, they will improve to 3-3 in 7A Central Conference play. Tigers going to try the kick again here.
Joel Dunn's the kicker now, and they're going to attempt another onside kick. And it was almost successful. Number 7 was over against the sideline. A little trickeration there by the Central Tigers. And number 7, that is Ashton Page, just could not corral the ball. It goes off his hands, out of bounds, and that's going to go over to the Panthers at the 41-yard line.
All right, so the Panthers going to begin their first drive of the second half. Ball's going to be placed on the 41-yard line. Maddox McCrory in the offense, jogging out onto the field. Panthers looking to add more points again, as Jeremy said. They get in the end zone one more time. The sportsmanship rule will go into effect, a running clock for the remainder of the second half. Here's Maddox McCrory, Panthers on the left hash. Going to hand off to Cooper Powell. Cooper going right, fighting through some Tiger defenders and picking up a couple of yards. Again, thank you guys for joining us tonight on YouTube. We appreciate your viewership, and we're going to bring you home tonight for this last 24 minutes of play. Hopefully with a Cabot Panther victory as we get set for senior night in North Little Rock next week. Here's Maddox out of the gun. He's going to hand to Cooper Powell. Cooper going right side. Brought down before he gets to the right hashes. All right, again, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, senior broadcasting student Caden Shells going to step in and take over some commentary here with us. He's been in the booth with us. Caden, welcome in.
Thank you, Mr. Lilly. We got Bentley Harrell in motion. Maddox snaps. And Maddox McCrory deep in the pocket, throws to Bentley. Golly, and Maddox McCrory. Here's a guy that can step out of the pocket or stay in the pocket, pass the ball, and get major yardage, especially with Bentley Harrell, who he likes to pass to a lot. So,
yeah, Harrell got out one-on-one, did that corner route. McCrory did a great job staying in the pocket. Incredible protection by that offensive line. And he just put the ball right on the money, picks up the first down. It was a completion of 21 yards up to the 38-yard line.
So we got a handoff to Cooper Powell. He's going to try to push through that defensive line, and he just gets stopped pretty quickly, but that's no challenge for the Panthers.
The Tigers got gashed early on. That was number 36, Alex Thornton, on the stop. He's their middle linebacker, and he's been all over the field tonight. But the Tigers' defense was gashed early by this Panther offense, but they've done a good job. They've tightened up against the run, hadn't they?
So we got Aeneas Arnold in motion. Maddox passes to Aeneas Arnold, and he steps out of bounds just before the first down marker. It is waiting on him to update the down and distance. It's probably going to be, I assume, what do you think, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3?
Yeah, we'll see what they'll see what they mark it.
3rd and 4.
They say 3rd and 4 for the Panthers. Ball going to be on the 31-yard line.
Got Maddox McCrory. Snaps, and that will be a jump. Well, almost a jump. They didn't call it. We got Aeneas coming down. Got Maddox. We got Cannon Moore in motion. Maddox steps back and throws to Cannon Moore, and it just slips out of his hands.
In and out of Cannon Moore's hands right there. Incomplete pass, going to bring up 4th down for the Panthers.
Looks like we're going for it. I like to see that.
Offense looking to the sideline, and they set up the formation here.
Maddox snaps. Cooper is wide open, and he throws to Cooper. That's a first down. Cooper stiff arms, and that's a touchdown. Cabot Panther touchdown made by Cooper Powell from a pass by Maddox McCrory.
Yeah, Cooper Powell got out in space, got the football, bounced it outside, and strolls down the outside hashes and into the paint.
Got Dean Heyer for the extra point. Braden McCraw holding.
Yeah, that's a new wrinkle. Usually it's Lucas Blaylock holding, but Braden McCraw on to hold.
Kick is up. Kick is good. The score is now 41-7. 42-7. My bad.
A little slow on the updating the scoreboard here at Quigley Stadium. Of course, I'm sure the Central Tigers are none too happy to see us light up the scoreboard one more time.
Yeah, that was a 7-play, 60-yard drive, 2 minutes, 19 off the clock. And Maddox McCrory finds Cooper Powell. That's Powell's 3rd touchdown of the night. He's got 2 rushing. Now he's got 1 receiving. That was a 31-yard touchdown reception. And now we're going to get to see some young guys play. We're going to get to see this clock roll pretty quick, too.
Yes, indeed. Tigers already on the field awaiting our kickoff team here.
Got Dean Heyer to make the kick.
Been a little mix of both tonight. Dean Heyer and Lucas Blaylock both kicking off, but more so Dean Heyer tonight, and he's attempted every extra point. With 9:41 left here in our 3rd quarter of play.
I expect the Panthers to do another sky kick. They did that the last time after the Tigers got a big return earlier. That return was wiped out by a penalty, but you don't want to risk that, and I expect Heyer, who did a sky kick and forced a fair catch around the 30, I expect to see kind of that same strategy here.
Indeed. We shall find out here momentarily. Pretty much right, Jeremy.
Yep. Wasn't fair caught, though. 23 is tackled.
That's Landon Emerson. Landon Emerson for the Tigers on the return.
Tackled by number 8, Jaden Terry. A sophomore. We're ready to see this Panther defense get going in the second half. They were outstanding in the first half, getting points, forcing turnovers.
All right, so your quarterback here is Bryson Kennedy. Caden, Bryson Kennedy is our quarterback for the Tigers.
He completes a pass to, looks like, I don't know, they're across number 5?
That's Ray Stewart.
Oh.
It's their big running back, Ray Stewart. It's pretty much been Ray Stewart, their running back, getting most of the touches tonight, along with number 4 is their wide receiver. That's C.J. White. And their quarterback is Bryson Kennedy. Here's Kennedy out of the empty set. Dropping back along the hashes. He's going to sling it out near the sideline. And the pass is complete, and that's going to be good enough for a first down for the Tigers.
Contract game on the play. That's enough for a Central High Car World first down.
So Bryson Kennedy by himself in the backfield.
Empty set. Now he's got him back in the backfield with him. That's Stewart.
Makes the grab. And there's a flag on the play.
Little chippiness there between Stewart and a couple of Panthers. Not sure which way this is going to go, but certainly the flag was thrown in the direction of the altercation there. So, going to be a personal foul against the Panthers. So the Tigers get some additional yardage on that play.
And that's another Central High Car World first down.
Going to move the chains.
Looks like the Tigers are going to be on the 38-yard line with 8 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Bryson Kennedy with Ray Stewart. Ray Stewart in motion. Snaps. Looks like he's going to try to run it, and he is met. Well, he's working hard to get the yardage on that.
Gang tackling by the Panthers right there.
Looks like we're going to still be on the 38. No gain. It's 2 and 10.
Yeah, Kennedy just ran into Joey Bartlett right there, and it was just a battle of wheels. Ended up with no gain there as Bartlett was able to get him down with a little help from his friends.
Bryson Kennedy passes to number 1, Phillip Brewster. The ball's just slipped out of his hands and no gain.
The Central timekeeper keeps stopping the clock. I'm letting it roll over here on my stat program, and they've been stopping it on those incompletions and penalties.
Maybe they don't know the rule, Jeremy.
Kennedy
probably don't.
Steps back, and he is tackled, and it was out and recovered by a Tiger. It's like one of them big old linemen. Got going and took a big old group of them to get him down. He had some momentum.
Yeah, Panthers with some gang tackling there to secure the big lineman who scooped up the fumble.
It was 67 Gilbert Moore on the pickup.
Gilbert Moore showing off his running back skills right there.
It is 4th and 2 on the 30-yard line. 6 minutes, 47 seconds to go.
Clock rolling. Again, we're in the sportsmanship rule.
Kennedy, Ray Stewart. Kennedy snaps, throws to Ray Stewart, and is met by number 13, David Liddell, almost immediately after that catch.
David Liddell doing a good job breaking on the football. Nice job in coverage as the ball falls to the turf.
And Panther offense getting the last minute word with Coach Reed.
A little bit of instruction before they head out.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Reed calling a pretty good game tonight offensively. Plenty of points. All 3 phases, really. I think coaches will be happy when they go back and watch the film from tonight's ball game. They're going to see a lot of positives.
New running back is Kylan Morse.
Kylan Morse.
All right.
Next snaps, and it goes to Kylan. And he is met.
Kylan has pretty much stepped up into the number 2 running back position. I understand that one of our players earlier in the season that was the backup running back is no longer on the team. So Kylan moving up the depth chart, getting a nice touch right there and picking up a couple of yards. Get him in the stat sheet. You got him, Jeremy? Yes, he does. He nods his head.
Looking to the sideline as they're getting their play call.
Yeah, Panthers pretty securely in the lead here. No rush, no hurry.
Kylan Morse gets the ball again and is met again.
Yeah, great pressure by the Tiger defensive line right there. Clogging up the hole, stopping the run right there. And that's going to bring us under 5 minutes now as the clock rolls with 4:52. What's our down and distance here, Caden?
It will be 3rd and 14 on the 26. So Panthers really need to make a move here. We still got Kylan Morse. We got, looks like they tried to get an offsides.
Just maybe changing the play a little bit here.
Yep.
Maybe trying to get in a better option. And that is Cannon Moore, sophomore. Nice grab over there. Cannon Moore has had a pretty good sophomore season this year. He's made a lot of catches, made quite a big impact on the offense, and certainly his experience this year will benefit him as a junior and a senior in the years to come. Looking forward to a long and lengthy Panther career for Cannon Moore. Great grab right there. But it's going to bring up 4th and 6. Ball's going to be on the 33-yard line, says the scoreboard.
Maddox looking to the sideline for some direction on what they want to do on this 4th and 6. And it looks like they're going to punt.
Play clock down to 12. They'll have to hurry a little bit here. With under 3.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Play clock down to 5 as we punt. Punt formation.
It's Cannon Moore punting.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't see any of our normal punters out there, so I was a little confused.
You know, we haven't seen Lucas Blaylock in a while. I don't know what exactly. I'm scanning the sideline right now to see if I see Lucas, number 21.
I see him down there. He's just chatting it up.
Maybe he might have, I don't know, but he's definitely on the sideline. But that was interesting, a change there. So that was Cannon Moore on the punt. Cannon Moore punting that one. Kind of a low-line drive. And the Tigers are going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line.
2 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. So we have Anthony Kennedy. We have Bryson Kennedy, his brother, in at quarterback. And snap, and it goes to Ray Stewart. And he's met. Can't really see the number. That's across this huge stadium at Little Rock Central.
Yep, we're at a high perch here at Quigley Stadium.
That's number 6, Drew Bork. Nope, just kidding. That was number 5.
Again,
they're hard to see, I can tell you.
Yeah, I know it.
Again, number 5, Ray Stewart. We are extremely high in this press box tonight.
Yes.
This is by far the highest press box we've been in on the road this season.
Has a lot of time to throw, and it will be overthrown.
Kennedy looking for number 1, Phillip Brewster. Just a little bit too deep on the pass there.
It'll be 3rd and 1 with 1:35 to go.
Of course, the clock running continuously.
Yep.
Due to the sportsmanship rule, Panthers putting that into effect when they scored their first touchdown of the second half. First and only touchdown of the second half here.
It's like Kennedy and Stewart. And man in motion. Oh, bad snap. And he is tackled.
Yeah, ball bounced off the turf there. And Kennedy did a good job to just secure the football. And
number 82
That's Braden Collins.
They're going to say he got a first down on that play, guys.
He did. He's Kennedy's a big boy. He fell forward. He's going to fall forward 3 to 4 yards just about every time. If you're looking for an equivalent, if anybody remembers watching a Tim Tebow style or a Tim Tebow type, I can't remember that guy that was at Kentucky, Jared
Lorenzen.
Jared Lorenzen, that's right.
It's Kennedy. Passes to number 4, and that will be C.J. White for the Tiger touchdown.
Yeah, C.J. White just got behind the Panther defense there, and Kennedy with the strike to White. White with the great grab, and he strolls into the paint to put the Tigers on the board again. But nonetheless, we're still in the sportsmanship rule. Clock's still going to run, and it is continuing to run. Thought they might. Did they not stop it, Jeremy, when they scored a touchdown?
I guess not.
Yeah. Jeremy shrugs his shoulders.
I guess that's the discretion of the home timekeeper. Typically, you do stop it for changes of possessions, injuries, things of that nature. But
the kick is up. Kick is through.
Extra point good.
It's a 14 to 42. Your Cabot Panthers are in the lead here in Little Rock.
Tigers do narrow the margin there on that nice throw and catch, and they add the extra point. But Panthers securely in the lead here, ready to finish off this final 12 minutes of football from Quigley Stadium. 3 quarters in the books, and things are looking good as the Panthers seek to get the victory tonight and get back to 3-3 in 7A Central Conference play. And of course, they await the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats next Friday night at Panther Stadium. It'll be senior night. We hope you all can make it out to Panther Stadium, but if you can't, be sure to join us on YouTube at Cabot High School Television. Jeremy and I will be there. Caden will be there as well. And the rest of our senior broadcasting students, who I'll give a shout out to here in just a little bit.
So, as always, we got our trusted Jaylen Hart, Andrew Godwin.
Yeah, both of those guys are sure-handed for sure, and we've seen Jaylen Hart's explosive ability already tonight on special teams. We'll see if he can create some more magic here again once more. Not that we need any more magic.
It's like they got to be careful kicking to Jaylen. He has a high potential to get loose and through whatever defenders they have.
Great breakaway speed by Jaylen Hart. Of course, he plays in the secondary as well, defensive back. But he is also quite a contributor on special teams. And that was never more obvious than tonight, never more present than tonight. Here's the kick by the Tigers.
And it is going to Jaylen Hart. He takes it. And we cannot get lucky for him to get through this time. It is a return. Let's see where they marked that. So we'll have still a running clock of 14 to 42 Cabot Panthers in the capital city. It is marked at the 28 in the fourth quarter.
Panthers huddled up.
He's brought down near the 28-yard line.
Offense getting a little bit more direction as they head out onto the field. Kylan Morris still in the backfield at running back. He's to the right of senior quarterback Maddox McCrory. Maddox gonna hand off to Morris.
Snap, yep. Morris, he jumped there for a couple extra yards if he could.
Yeah, nice effort by Kylan Morris right there. The junior getting some big time playing time right now. Big time experience. Conference game on a Friday night under the lights. Been a pretty nice night. Of course, last night I worked the junior high football game at Panther Stadium. Felt pretty cool, but tonight it's a comfortable 56 degrees in the capital city.
Kyron Morris, Maddox McCrory hands it off to Morris. Morris is through almost to that first down.
Gonna be close here.
And we do have more extracurricular activity by these linemen. They are just getting into it down there.
Yeah, the big guys in the trenches, you know, they they battle hand-to-hand a lot, face-to-face, very close competition down there, and sometimes things get a little testy.
All right. So it's 3rd and 1 on the 37. Got Maddox, Kyron Morris. He hands off to Kyron Morris, and that will be a first down.
No doubt about that one. Kylan Morris straight ahead, picking him up and putting him down. Going to move the chains. Good run by Kylan Morris.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
Saw Kylan the other day, stopped by my classroom and put on a couple of pounds, muscle. Looking pretty good. It's good to see him. Of course, one of my students last year. And couldn't fit me in the schedule this year, but nonetheless came by to say hi, and I told him I was proud of him for all of his efforts on Friday night. He's looking good and just proud of him. Getting some
Maddox
experience
snaps,
tonight.
and he hands it off to Kylan again. So
Kylan met pretty quickly that time as he tried to go left. Just under 9 minutes with our running clock. What's our down and distance going to be here, Kate?
It is going to be 2nd and 12 on the 38. We got Kylan still back there with Maddox, and Maddox is still handing off to him, which is good. You know, we believe Maddox makes the best decisions and what to do.
Well,
and,
I really think
the coaches.
I really think the offensive coaches, Coach Reed and the offensive staff, content with letting this clock roll and keeping it on the ground, burning this clock. Try to keep moving it down the field and picking up first downs, but just
now, I would assume to see a passing play here with it being 3rd and 10 on the 40. I would not be surprised to see Maddox get this one in the air.
Play clock getting dangerously low at 4 now. 3, 2, and we're going to take a timeout here to keep from the play clock expiring. And Panthers avoid the penalty there. Call the timeout. That is going to be the first timeout of the second half, and the Panthers' first timeout of the second half. They have 2 remaining. Tigers still have 3. I think the goal right now is to get out of this ball game injury-free.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody's still healthy, but our starters are still out there, except for maybe give or take Kylan Morris. Crowd's still here. Nobody's rushed for the exits yet.
All right, here we go. We got 3rd and 10 on the 40 as our Panthers set up. It's Kylan Morris and Maddox McCrory. Twins down low.
Panthers operating pretty much from the left hash
There's
here.
the whistle from the ref. Maddox snaps, and yep. And it goes airborne to 87. Luke Gamble. Am I reading that right? Luke Gamble?
Luke Gamble, correct. Yep. Senior receiver with the grab, number 87.
Luke Gamble's a cool guy. He's kind of a quiet guy, but very nice.
Made a great catch right there. Got in the stat sheet. Jeremy logged him in.
Got Maddox and Kylan. It's nice to see Kylan getting some play time. Got to give Cooper some rest.
That's right, Cooper Powell with a great effort tonight. Certainly doing his part. He always gives his best for us, 110% every night. Looks like the Panthers having a little trouble with the... Nah, they're going to punt it away.
Yeah.
Just a little decoy there. Act like they might go for it on 4th down, but they decide to go against that and punt. And again, it's Cannon Moore going to punt for us.
Oh, there we go. We're changing stuff up tonight. I like that. With the score difference, coaches are giving some other guys a little bit of play time and other positions.
I do see Lucas Blaylock on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like he doesn't look injured or anything. He's got his helmet on. Maybe you're right, Caden. Maybe just want to give Cannon Moore some reps here at punter, see what his leg looks like. He kicked kind of a line drive on his last effort. Snap is back, and it's good. Kind of another line drive, but returnable for the Tigers.
Smashed by Bryce Moore. Oh, my goodness. And a flag.
Bryce Moore, another one of those sophomores that, due to some injuries and whatnot, and maybe just great effort in practice, has been getting a lot of playing time.
I heard that helmet crack from up here, and that had to hurt.
Bryce Moore certainly not afraid of the contact, and he's been a big part of our defense this season. Of course, once the injury to senior linebacker Logan Jackson, number 7, earlier in the year, Bryce Moore saw his playing time jump up quite a bit, and he's responded very nicely this season. Very proud of him and his efforts, and I know the defensive staff as well, appreciating what he's done as well as this defense. Hanging tough tonight.
We got Kennedy and Ray Stewart. Crowd's getting loud. Kennedy snaps, and he rolls out. A lot of pressure by the Panther defense. He had to get that ball away, and he could not connect with one of his receivers.
Yeah, certainly looked like Kennedy was a little rushed there, and just kind of throws it out wide to the left side there, his left side. Ball falls incomplete.
Kennedy and Stewart, dynamic duo tonight.
Less than 5.5 minutes remaining in our football game from Quigley Stadium.
There they go. Kennedy throws to Stewart. Stewart gets a few yards. I'm not sure if that'll be first down yardage or not.
Panthers kind of walled him off and pushed him out of bounds there, keeping him from turning upfield and gaining more yards.
It will not. It will be 3rd and 2. Let's see where they spot that. The running clock. They will spot it on the 39. Odd play. Seems number 1, Phillip Brewster with the run there. Almost got loose, but was met by a few Panthers who pushed him out of bounds. They did come up with the first down, and they are now on the 30. That is not the that can't be the 37. First and 10, about 4 minutes to go.
Ball going to be on the 27 here.
There we go. He will throw, and it is just short.
Yeah, a couple of Panthers in the area right there. Ball bounds off the turf, through the paint. Incomplete. Clock continuing to roll here.
We got Kennedy. Looks like we got number 7.
At this
Ashton
point,
Page coming in.
At this point, it's just a formality. 3.5 minutes away from the Panthers' 3rd conference win of the season.
So we got Stewart and Kennedy. Kennedy snaps and tosses it to Stewart. Stewart goes and is met by a group of Panthers. It's like to include maybe, I don't know. I honestly cannot see from up here.
Well, Caden, the good news is at this point, we're pretty much just counting it down, buddy.
Yeah.
Gonna close this thing out. Under 3 minutes here.
That was number 35, Benjamin Duke, on that tackle.
Ben Duke.
Ben Duke.
Yeah.
Ben Duke is in Caden's 1st and 2nd period class. Ben, one of my broadcasting students. Way to go, Ben Duke. Got in the stat sheet tonight, box score. Good to call your name, Ben.
And that will be forced incomplete. Just met immediately on the catch.
Yeah, Panther secondary playing pretty good tonight. Just trying to close out. Of course, obviously not going to be a shutout tonight, but still holding the Central Tigers to 14 points at their place is nothing to take lightly. Good job by our defense. I know Coach Painter.
It's 4th and 5 on the 22.
I know Coach Painter is going to be happy as they go back and watch the film. Of course, coaches, Jeremy, you can attest to this, are always going to go through it with a microscope, right? But I think overall they got to be pretty pleased with the effort tonight.
Looks like he's rolling out. Kennedy passes to number 4. That will be C.J. White on another touchdown for the Central Tigers late in this game.
Kind of a garbage time touchdown right here.
Yeah, and it was a 4th down touchdown, which is a good save by them. Just trying to make the score deficit a little smaller.
Joel Dunn on for the extra point here. We'll see if the Tigers can cut into the lead, but again, just really garbage time points here. Of course, I know our defense probably didn't want to give up that point, but it was give up those points, but nonetheless they do, and the extra point sails through the uprights.
That just gives offense a chance to maybe score again. Who knows, honestly?
Well, I think our coaches, the key right now is to get out of here injury-free.
Right.
The victory is all but a formality here. We just have to let these minutes, let this clock tick away.
But you never know about Jaylen Hart.
Well, that's true.
He might just decide to take it all the way back and avoid as many defenders on his way as possible.
That's true, Caden. You never know. But I think points right now, I think we've if we can get them, we'll take them, but I don't think it's an urgent matter right now. I think it's, again, just getting out of here healthy and getting ready for a really big game, shaping up to be a really big game with North Little Rock next Friday night at Panther Stadium.
Hart and Godwin. I would not be surprised if we saw one of those onside kicks right here.
Maybe so.
They've done it before. But they might also realize that a minute and 43 seconds is not enough to close this game out for the Central Tigers.
Yeah, this is going to be Joel Dunn, who kicked the extra point. He's been doing a lot of their kicking duties tonight. He's going to...
Sure enough.
Onside kicking.
I mean, and it is recovered by the Tigers.
Really good job there by the Tigers. Good execution on that play. The onside kick goes in their favor. Nice recovery. And the Tigers are going to get another chance on offense here as they are going to take over on the 39-yard line.
And the onside kick recovered by number 7, Ashton.
And they'll spot that.
It'll be Tiger football on the Panther 39-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 39 is what I'm hearing.
PA announcer helping us out. Scoreboard is yet to update, but
that's all right.
From our vantage point, certainly looks like the 39.
This Panther defense has been anything but weak this game.
Flags on the play right there as the pass sails incomplete over the middle. Tigers again looking to the end zone. Flags about just in front of the 10-yard line on the 11 or 12-yard line. We'll call it the 12. That's where the penalty flag was thrown, so we'll see what happens here. It's going to be actually offsetting penalties here. And the Tigers are going to get another shot at first down here.
It does seem we have our starters in.
Yeah, it looks like just scanning the secondary and the linebackers here. Starters still in the ball game.
That pass is complete to number 18, Micah Frazier.
Kennedy with a nice throw there. Frazier securing the football, and Tigers picking up a first down.
Not many trick-or-treaters out tonight.
No, I think I'm going to pass.
Next to this Little Rock Central High School.
All right, as we tick under a minute here, 45 seconds is what the clock says now. I want to thank our staff and crew tonight. I want to thank Mr. Abe Deesmus, our IT technician on hand tonight. He does a fantastic job. We might have had a little technical issues at the beginning, but you would have never known because Mr. Abe takes care of us. Great job by Abe tonight. I want to thank Nathan Armstrong. He's our director tonight. He's done a great job switching our camera angles and making things look good. And we have Caden McBride. He's working our PTZ cameras. That's pan, tilt, zoom. Our cameras that we place on poles, and he's got a joystick, and he's moving that around and getting great shots with those. Thanks to Caden McBride. And then I want to thank, of course, our photographers tonight. Joe Deary's on the camera right now, one of my senior broadcasting students. Landon Freeze, also working the camera tonight. He's a junior. And Robert Vozella, another one of my senior broadcasting students, working the camera tonight. Doing a great job bringing us the sights and sounds of this football game. And, of course, thanks to those guys. And you got to mention Mr. Andy Martin. Andy, our Director of Technology, makes sure that we have the best of equipment. And he and Abe and our IT department certainly has been very helpful with our broadcast, and we greatly appreciate it. Just grateful to bring you guys Panther football every Friday night. And I also want to thank Roger Tonneson, Mr. Tonneson, and the transportation department for they always supply us with
snaps.
They always supply us with the nice our van that we drive in every week. So thanks to you guys in the transportation department.
And that, folks, will be the ball game.
Clock winding down. Well, actually, there's 6 seconds and it stopped.
They stopped it. I thought it was running, but it's like a timeout.
Central is not actually playing this like most coaches would. Anthony Walker over there for the Tigers, they're trying to build something here, and he's kept his starters on the field the whole time. And they are trying to get this score to 14 just to try to build a little bit of momentum on senior night. And so, you don't typically see this. You usually see the younger guys playing, but Central looks like they may miss the playoffs again. They're trying to get, just trying to build a little bit of momentum moving forward in this program. Tigers still winless in conference play, and it looks like that's going to continue tonight as the clock ticks away. And with that, we reach triple zeros. This ball game, well, wait a minute. Flag on the play. May have an untimed down here because the game can't end on a defensive penalty. That's right. So Tigers will get one more stab at it. Boy, our band's getting riled up down there. I'm going to turn our crowd mic down just a touch because I know they're going to continue to fire this crowd up and give this football team all the glory as it secures its third win of the season, third conference win as well. One more play for the Tigers. Here we go.
Kennedy and Ray Stewart, man in motion, and he will pass, and that will be a touchdown. Kennedy throwing off his back foot there, but he finds his receiver in the end zone. It's quite a lob. I thought any of our defenders could have jumped up and got that at the right time.
So again, another kind of garbage time touchdown here for the Tigers, but as Jeremy said, it's certainly an opportunity for the Tigers to build momentum and kind of have something to go off of video-wise and coach up this week as they get ready for their season finale next Friday night.
Our team is already lining up at the 50 for the handshake.
Extra point?
Extra point is good.
That's done with the extra point, and that's going to put a bow on this one as both teams are going to head out to midfield and shake hands. Again, our final score tonight from historic Quigley Stadium in downtown Little Rock on the campus of Little Rock Central. It's your Cabot Panthers securing their third win of the season and their third conference win of the season. 42-28, our final score. Jeremy, do we want to crunch some numbers while we have a few minutes here?
Yeah, I can certainly do that. I can give you our final stats for the night. The Cabot Panthers score 42 points, 18 first downs in the game, 45 total plays, 291 total yards, 6.5 yards per play. 202 of those come through the air on 16 of 22 passes. Maddox McCrory does complete 2 touchdown passes, throws 1 interception. I'll get to his individual statistics soon enough. 23 rushing attempts, just 89 yards. It seemed like the Panthers got a little bit more than that, but it's because Cooper Powell was touching the ball so much. But he got a lot in terms of, I think he had a season high in terms of receptions tonight. The Panthers were penalized 9 times for 73 yards, turned it over twice. Meanwhile, the Little Rock Central Tigers picked up 11 first downs, 201 total yards. That's 3.5 yards per play, 156 through the air, 45 yards on the ground, 77 yards penalized with 10 penalties. So individually for the Panthers, Maddox McCrory finished 16 of 22, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns on the night. Cooper Powell picked up 90 yards on 14 carries for 2 touchdowns. Maddox McCrory picked up 4 yards on 1 carry. Kylan Morris picked up 7 yards on 7 carries for the Panthers. And then on the receiving again, Cooper Powell again, just a career night in terms of receptions. Had 8 targets, 6 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown. Bentley Harrell caught 2 of his 3 targets for 38 yards and a touchdown. Aeneas Arnold caught 3 of his 4 targets for 38 yards. And Caden Harmon picked up 2 catches for 10 yards tonight. Luke Gamble got in the stat column with a catch for 10 yards as well. For the Central Tigers, Bryson Kennedy, the freshman, finishes 16 of 32 for 156 yards. He did toss 3 touchdowns tonight. 2 of those went to C.J. White, who caught 4 of his 14 targets for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ray Stewart caught 6 balls for 24 yards. Mike Frazier caught 4 passes for 27 yards, including the touchdown as time expired. And then on the ground, the Central Tigers struggled. Ray Stewart picked up 49 yards on 11 carries. Bryson Kennedy, negative 23 yards on 9 carries. A lot of those were sacks in this game. Phillip Brewster picked up 13 yards on 2 carries as well. So your final here tonight from Quigley Stadium, Cabot Panthers 42, Little Rock Central Tigers fall 28. Central Tigers fall once again to Cabot Panthers, as the Panthers have dominated this series as of recent years. The Panthers guaranteed a playoff spot now, and they've got a date with North Little Rock next week to determine who is going to be the 4 seed and who is going to be the 5 seed. So it's going to be a big ball game at Panther Stadium. We hope all of you can join us there in the stadium on senior night, but if you can't, we'd love to have you tune into the Tube. Mitch, Lily, and I will be on the call again for at least one more time from Panther Stadium. And again, your final tonight, your Cabot Panthers 42, Little Rock Central 28. And this is Jeremy Carson along with Mitch Lilly. It was a pleasure to bring you the broadcast tonight. We look forward to seeing you again next week.
Before we sign off here, I want to say again, thanks to Caden Shells. Great job stepping in, doing some play-by-play for us and joining us on commentary. Caden, one of my senior broadcasting students, a great job tonight. Caden, who are your players of the game?
I would say my players of the game are definitely Cooper Powell with his bruiser running he had all game. I mean, they took him out on that second half a little bit, but towards the first half, anybody he came in contact to was in a bad situation. I'd also say Jaylen Hart with that kickoff return to the paint. That was probably at least 90-yard return. And that's really hard to do. You're having to evade defenders the whole time, and finding a place to get through and run it all the way back is really challenging.
All right, so that's who we'll go with. We'll say Cooper Powell and Jaylen Hart are our players of the game tonight. Again, as Jeremy just said a little while ago, we want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. And be sure to, if you can't make it to Panther Stadium next Friday night, be sure to join us on YouTube at Cabot High School Television for more Panther football. But for tonight, again, 42-28, our final score. That's going to do it from Quigley Stadium. For Jeremy, Caden, and our entire staff and crew, I'm Mitch Lilly saying so long, good night, and as always, go Panthers.